Right.
Big boy map.
This is entry 15. We continued to press on through the lair when, almost before I knew what was happening, we had found the dragon. Alcmenos and Zeno had just gone around a corner when suddenly we were all up in arms as its breath roasted and its claws flayed. The battle was fierce, and there were certainly moments when I feared the worst and was making preparations to seize the treasure we sought and make my escape. However, after a long and bloody affair, the beast was driven off and tried to escape the lair by flight. Thinking fast, I used my magical cloak to bring myself and Alcmenos to the entrance of the mine to ambush it. The razor sharp, however, and discovering Alcmenos, it bathed his hiding place in its breath. Seeing my chance in Alcmenos' misfortune, I took the best shot I could and finished the great red lizard off with an arrow through the eye. Sky the Dragon's Lair. Who would have ever thought it? The hoard contained significant wealth and some magical trinkets, aside from the scepter, which I shall make a list of. The list, you guys remember what it was? We got a battle axe and a the important things were a bunch of gold, a battle axe and a potion. Everything else was just kind of
The
scepter of Savras. Well,
I got a dwarven breastplate and my breastplate stretcher. So
a fine battle axe as well as an assortment of basic arms and armor. Yeah, that was like a big thing of all different weapons and stuff, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The scepter of Savras was of course taken by Richard. I must say I found it rather underwhelming to look upon. It is certainly built just as legends describe, but I did not feel struck by awe in its presence, which in my opinion is how one should feel in the presence of such power. Nevertheless, Richard immediately began divining its power and communicating with his deity. Over the next week, we travelled to Omu. Over the next week, as we travelled to Omu, both Alcmenos and I would receive divine visions from the scepter when we individually asked Richard to let us handle it. I cannot speak to what Alcmenos saw, but I was shown a vision of Omu. In it, I saw myself in a cabin by a flowing body of water. The vision sky was much older, and something strange that I could not entirely make out rested in his face where my right eye used to be. My heart hopes desperately that Richard's patron is showing me where in Omu I might regain my sight, but I must not get my hopes up too high. We are here with a more important job to do. It took 7 full days of travel to reach the cursed city, which sits low and menacing, surrounded by gargoyle-lined cliffs exactly as described. The place is, of course, huge, and so it may take us many days to investigate it fully. We chose a relatively protected, crumbled ruin near the ruin near the stairs descending into Omu for our night's shelter. But before we could settle down properly, we were attacked by a group of snake men, presumably servants of Raz Nasi. They were intent on kidnapping us and taking us to the palace, and fought with their minds as well as their bites and their weapons. We did defeat them, but it was no certain thing and highlights just how dangerous a place Omu is going to be. Even now, as we rest, we must have our guards up and not drop them from now until our quest is complete and the world is safe from the vile soulmonger. On the morrow, we delve deep into Omu.
On the morrow.
Okay, great. Yeah, and you successfully had a long rest after dealing with the snake boys. I think we decided that would be the case.
No, didn't we decide we want to have a conversation before that?
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. Well, we decided we would end before.
Yeah, but I can't
we
remember
ended the
what
case
I wanted
for
to talk about. Like,
That's also
But-
true.
I think Jacob suggested that, so Jacob?
yeah, we all turn expecting.
Okay, the scene. It is nighttime. In case you've forgotten, you were inside this sort of like walled guardhouse. There were several snake bodies lying around you.
Okay, you can't see the map though.
You can't see the map.
No.
I see the map.
Like, I see a
Scroll down.
blank thing.
Yeah, I see that. I see the map.
Roll
we had.
down, Tom.
The map of Omu.
The map where you had the fight, Tom.
I don't know, I don't see
Do
anything.
you see it now?
Oh,
No.
I do see the map where we had the.
I have no map. I have like a blank grey part where we're all turning.
Oh, grey?
What?
Refresh then. It wouldn't be
Refresh,
grey.
refresh.
I refreshed already. I refreshed twice already.
Is he on
I'll
a
try
different
a
map or
third time.
something? Like,
Alright, anyway, you guys talk about what you're doing while I figure out what's wrong with Tom. Nothing's wrong with Tom. Okay.
I don't know about that.
Tom, I don't know.
I guess no. Okay, so we've literally just finished fighting the.
Just try moving us in.
Okay, 1 sec.
The snake men, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm gonna put you back on this man. You can just remember vaguely where you were. You see this, Tom?
That was
No.
quite the welcome wagon.
What the fuck?
Refresh.
He lost his other eye, exactly as described.
Refresh your roll 20. Close roll 20. Open it in a different browser. Like do all that shit.
You can check if what I wrote down for 6th level skill is okay.
Where did you write it?
Quite the welcome wagon.
In the And then
Yeah, okay.
on the main
You
page,
role play. I'm reading it. Role play.
Quite the welcome wagon.
Yeah, you can.
Wasn't it,
Right.
Zeno?
I heard Zeno, but didn't hear anything else.
I said, well, wasn't it,
wasn't
Zeno?
it?
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, Jacko.
Snakes. Ugh.
Indeed, I wish
told
it hadn't
you.
had to be them.
Orlunga was the exception to the rule. Every snake we ever encounter is evil.
Shall never doubt thee again.
It would seem that the reflective powers of your shield have blasted snow back into the celestial realm.
I look at like the rather sad little pile of feathers on top of the wall.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, that's a shame. Can you summon him again? You did it before, right?
Not without incense and charcoal.
It's a big city. There'll be some incense somewhere.
Yeah, and charcoal. I'm sure we can.
We can make our own charcoal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well. That's not like a terrible thing to happen for snow, right? It's not like dying.
Yeah, still, it would be quite advantageous to have a
Oh, certainly.
an eye from above.
I kind of survey the remains of sort of snake men we cut to pieces and say, they were rather strange, weren't they? This one with a snake's head, these rather peculiar ones with snakes for arms. I kind of like just sort of poke about them. I wonder were they made?
They invaded one's mind with their voice. I wonder if they all have such strength.
Sorry.
All of these seem to have.
Yes, they tried to compel me to explore the palace. I made some significant way there before my mind was clear.
A sign to the dangers of the city, no doubt.
A sign also that Raz Nasi clearly has a use for living, able-bodied prisoners. Perhaps for the soulmonger? But if the soulmonger is trapping the souls of all those who die on this plane, why would they need to take us to it in order to feed us to it? Couldn't they simply kill us here and the process would be automatic?
It might be a more
Sorry.
efficient way to do it if they take us there.
It could be.
What is it, Jacko?
You were very obvious in your restraint to kill us with these guys last fight. Was that obvious to us, or because there was like a switch, right, where they were suddenly fighting for survival instead of like to.
Yeah, like there was a point where like when you were like you can tell like when you looked like you were quite hurt at certain. I can't remember who would you particularly, but there are people who were certainly hurt at certain times. The kind of attacks they were making did seem to be like if you're an avid fighter, they didn't seem to be going for neck or heart when they fight organs. They're more like kind of blows who would imitate like at the legs who would cut off you're able to move, or they'd be with the flat of the blade at your head or stuff similar to that.
Did they have? They had weapons, right? Or some of them at least had weapons.
Some of them had weapons.
Did they have any other form of equipment? Like armor, things one might carry?
They had like the ones that like what's it called? Like human parts and aren't completely sorry, they do wear like forms of clothing. They don't wear armor.
If I like check through them on the kind of line of questioning that Jacko was just did any of them bring like things for taking prisoners, like manacles, ropes, that sort of thing? Like,
The one guy brought a snake tail. Really useful.
Yeah.
Snake tail?
Yeah, he just had a tail for like.
Oh, here's a tail. Yeah, they had some rope. One of them had like, a couple of them had like some good ropes and stuff.
Again, I'll hold that up and say not enough to draw a conclusion, but that combined with the way they fought and their mental messages, it would seem that they are indeed intent on taking captives.
And use this to our advantage. We left no one alive, so they will wonder if the next ones also attempt the same strategy. We have the effect of surprise on them. We must strike swiftly. Do not let them speak and cloud our minds.
Yes, they might put spells on us.
What was I going to say? Does it? If anyone wants to actually roll to see if they know what these creatures are, if they know any more about like the race, or if they are made or something like that, it would be a.
Yeah, I'll get on some of that.
It would either be a history or religion. You could like do either.
One of those I have, and one of them I don't. Wait, no, that's a lie. I don't have either of them. Nice.
Nice.
It is my. Oh no! Fuck! I lied. I do have one. This is the one I didn't think I had. Let's go. Don't technically have disadvantage unless my one eye somehow.
And these guys are like the distant cousins of like Merfolk or something like that.
No, but you could roll religion, but you would know about the god, but the god would be relevant underwater still. And like the gods that they're related to. So
we're rolling religion.
I can't wait till we meet the one.
Can you still not see shit?
Well, there's an unpleasant precedent being set here because it works on edge.
Oh no! Wait,
so you're in edge now, right?
Do you see the rolls?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect browser. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna close it there.
Okay, so
this is
Richard, you're the only person old enough to know about it. You've heard of you're going to tell everyone, right? If I message you,
essentially, yeah.
Oh, you don't have disadvantage. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I just.
Yeah, 13, 14.
You guys are going to tell each other, and there's two of you. You've heard of Unitwite in reference to their god. You know that there's this god called Dendar the Night Serpent. But basically, this god that is kind of fabled as from what you've heard, is like the eater of dreams, kind of like almost like the living nightmare. Of what the stories say that one day he will enter the world and swallow the entire world. But like there's like
that's what they're doing. When you say it, I say that's what it has to be.
Yeah, and the Unitwite kind of like.
So it's Alduin.
That's who they worship. That's who they pray to.
We say Dendar the Night Serpent, huh?
Dendar the Night Serpent, yeah. Their followers say the one day they grow so large, they like feast and grow large on like the fears and nightmares of the world, basically. And yeah, the entire that's one of their like gods, the one you have heard them in reference to. The creatures themselves, you're not. I mean, from what you've heard about stories, they seem pretty evil and sort of like a lot of like evil sort of rituals, sacrificing kind of thing. It's all in reference or relation to their evil god.
I said that must be what they're doing with the Soulmonger. They wish to bring Dendar the Night Serpent back into the world. It makes perfect sense. A legend of a deity of theirs, an evil one that consumes, well, in the legends, you said nightmares and so forth, but I think the life force of the world is probably within the realm of things that could be consumed by an evil god. They prophecies tell that they will one day bring it back into the world. This can only be the purpose to which they wish to put the Soulmonger, no? I mean, how many other evil deities could there be that they... I mean, I could possibly be wrong. It might be a different, evil snake god that they're trying to resurrect, but...
Either way, no matter the name of this deity, we need to put a stop to his revival.
Are there 2 tracks playing in Roll20 at the moment?
Is there?
Oh no! So. I left WoW open in the background when we. When I was listening to my nice Nazjatar music, like, oh, this is very.
This is very different. Yeah. I should really have stolen more music from it, but no, I don't play.
It sounds similar to our ancient enemy of the Merfolk. They worship a dark snake, but we know him as Silicon.
Never heard.
It's also said they introduce the end of the world should it enter our realm.
Well, the end of our world and the start of a world that they presumably would enjoy more. Either way, we must clearly prevent it from coming about. People not being able to resurrect is one thing. The end of the world is quite an...
Indeed. Only I could summon my allies.
Who would have thought that the evil of the Soulmonger was merely a means to a more catastrophic end?
Very difficult.
Well, clearly the servants of Razansi hold great sway over the city and its environs, and we will not be safe from them the entire time we're here. We must be carefully on and never expose ourselves to potential ambush.
Anyway, let's
agreed
do our best to remove these bodies and take some rest. Yeah. So we can explore Omu in the morning.
Okay, we'll just pile up. I can't be bothered to take them far, and we'll just pile up the bodies
Yeah.
outside.
Yep, no worries, no
Oh,
worries.
warning! Put one of them on a stick, like stay away.
Sure.
I can't wait till we meet the one that's like just the body of a snake and a human head. Like
Isn't that just a naga, more or less?
sort of, right? Like, what does it do with a human head? It's like they can't bite you, poison. It just like stays up, right?
So it doesn't even have a human neck, just like
No,
a human,
just like the head at the top.
just like a human like mask almost.
Yeah, like so, like if it was like lying on its front, the human face would be pointing forwards, like
Okay, so you dump all the body somewhere just close by, like outside the doors and that. Okay, and you return to your long rest. Well, I mean, you hadn't actually started your long rest, so that's you kind of getting ready tonight. So yeah, you start a long rest. Is this Sildred Richard keeping watch?
Unless anyone else says they want to.
I'll do like 2 hours at the start because I can,
Okay.
and it helps to have more.
Sure. No harm in it. Okay, no worries. Okay, let me roll more random stuff checks. Okay, night passes without any problems, and morning arrives. You guys will not disturb there anymore. The bodies are still there where you left them.
Oh, look at this. No.
What is the what did you do?
Okay, so actually, well, okay, no, we did all the watching and everything. But now I'm thinking about I want to retcon slightly that I didn't do the first 2 hours, I did the last 2 hours.
Okay.
Because I want to, when the sun comes up, and I've got a couple of hours left, or as the sun's kind of coming up and it's sort of getting lighter and I can see the city, I want to sit up on one of the crumbling walls of this thing we're in and look at Omu and then kind of sketch the whole thing out. Or not like a picture sketch, but a map sketch. So that I'll turn my map over and do it on the other side so that we have a map of Omu that we can refer to.
Yeah, just like the main thoroughfare
Exactly.
and then like the big things
Like the location.
A little lava lake right there.
Yeah,
It's
not
happy
like,
little
it's not
accident.
like illustrated or anything, but it's labeled like clearly and plainly.
Okay.
So we can read
Yeah,
it.
that's no worries.
Cool. And then so in the morning I'll hop back down when everyone's around, kind of lay it out in front of us.
I'm gonna give you guys a token, and they're gonna make it skies, and that's gonna represent the character, the party, and so you can like say where you're basically traveling around. I'm gonna make it
Such
a lot
an honor.
smaller. You can zoom in.
Sure.
I'm gonna do the bold suggestion, guys. So we go here first.
You think this might be the first place to visit? No, I was thinking about this amphitheater up here.
Walk past all the other stuff.
Okay, so I'll kind of point to. I'll say, well, obviously, our first port of call would be to investigate whatever these buildings are here, and then once we make it down to the city limits proper, I think we should check out everything. Fuck, this ping is the wrong color. I can't see anything. Switch to black. Check out all this along here. Go to the edge of the lava pit. See what the purposes of this bridge that leads to this seemingly empty platform, and if there were perhaps previously once other platforms that led, that have fallen since, and just generally investigate the whole area and see what we're dealing with and what our options are in terms of traveling. But as things look right now, I would just say we head up this. This is not even a road, right? Or like it is a road, but it's raised up. It's like
it's raised up slightly.
like a viaduct, I guess, or I don't know what the. Yeah, so I kind of gesture to this like raised thing, and I say, I guess our best bet would be to head along the main thoroughfare and see what catches our eye off to either side. Investigate here, perhaps here, the more interesting looking buildings, and there are so many hundreds of smaller ones. I think we couldn't possibly plan to visit all of them. If the soulmonger is simply hidden in the basement of someone's house, then we maybe we'll miss it if we don't, on first pass. But I think we should take that risk.
I'm
now.
sure we will be able to find its presence.
It was pretty deep down, so I.
Yes, I don't actually think it's in someone's basement, like just behind a barrel. Although that would have been really easy.
But it is within the depths of the city, most likely.
It is.
My gut tells me yes, it must be. And as does Richard's patron, who of course is much more reliable than my gut.
Cool. Yeah. So you can move as you You just move the token, you start to navigate. As you're like moving through like a more like kind of city, the undergrowth is quite strong. Just so you know, for like terms of like navigation stuff, you're able to move about if you're being careful, which I assume you are, not being like completely reckless, then you're gonna go about 200 feet every 5 minutes.
Okay, that's pretty. So it takes it again. So a couple of minutes gets us to the edge of this. Is this how climbable is this? I mean, for people.
You with like your help and assistance, you could all make your way down without too much problem.
And
it wouldn't be a checkmate if you take your time.
There's trees and stuff around here.
Exactly right. It's not hard for you. It's like incredibly easy.
Yeah, but like we could talk.
You have to climb, but you can climb without a checkmate.
Sweet.
Wait. So how do they normally get down? Like, are there like broken stairs somewhere here that, or is it? Okay. So okay.
There's no like mechanism where perhaps that was once.
Nothing you can see that is still standing.
Okay.
Maybe it was a wooden.
Yeah, I guess we'll just tie a length of rope around a nearby tree and use it to, sort of shimmy on down.
Sure.
To like climb the last 10 feet yourselves if it's a bit short, but. And then I guess 5 minutes later we make it. A few couple of minutes later we make it here, hacking and slashing.
Okay. Yeah. Like the undergrowth is pretty dense, so you do have to get your way through. Yeah, so all of the buildings here, from what you've seen, this one and the people you've seen, they seem to all be made of limestone, and they're like this one is like it's quite a substantially sized building. Like it's quite big. It's hard to get the purpose really, but it's incredibly overgrown and just weathered by time and weather. But do you like check it out, explore inside?
I say to the group, Zeno, your shields prevented their magics. Perhaps it is best if you head in first.
I stand aside and
I agree.
gesture towards the door.
Do not worry, I will be right behind you, out of the radius of the explosion.
Okay.
You've got this.
And
I push him.
I open the door, or push open, or however it opens, or attempt.
Sure, yeah. The door is like it's like at one point there would have been a door, but it's kind of been overgrown with vines and stuff. But you can could cut your way through pretty much. It's not like a.
I have this image of like everyone else like machete style with like swords and stuff, and everyone else just like stabbing his way through the jungle with the trident. It's like
God damn you,
like a more efficient weapon. He just kind of looks at you like how dare
I
you
mean,
suggest
I'm precise as fuck with it though. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you go in and the door kind of opens quite a large room to begin with. Doesn't appear to be anything that like sounds out to you too much. The opening room is just again full of like tropical plants, which start to like come through the ground and like weave their way up, and just kind of overgrown kind of jungle.
I do, from our experiences at the garden, not in Bala, but I can't remember what the garden was called. I am more wary of plants than I'm keeping an eye out for plants that look like they might leap up and bite someone.
Sure, make a perception check if you're like appearing in the door behind him.
Yeah. Just a plant. It's a general wariness of plants that are big enough that I think they might.
I mean, there's several plants which are like kind of big, strange-looking plants.
Perception checks, love those. Give me that disadvantage.
Nice. I need to do this so soon after starting the session, but I need to eat real quick.
You're gonna try that? Okay, it's fine, whatever.
No, I gotta eat.
Eat? How long are you gonna be?
I'll try to be like 5 to 10 minutes.
5 minutes, okay, fine. I'm gonna just.
You can put me on autopilot in the meantime.
Stick fight it is, boys.
Run. No, we're doing it. Alright, Sky, Zeno, these look like just like jungle plants you've been passing for days and days, throughout the Chult. Richard, these to you, some of them seem like ones you haven't quite seen before, like during your travels in the jungle, but there are none that look like they're immediately threatening to you. Like you don't see any that like look similar to ones you saw at the garden. None of them are ones you've seen before.
Oh, okay. There's no rows of teeth I can see.
No rows of teeth you can see.
Yeah.
You you just basically like cut your favorite door and like looking at it. Do you properly try to like search the building, or you just kind of like looking at the entrance,
I'm like. Well, I look through the entrance center, but I do go to search the building. I like go through.
Basically, there's multiple buildings. This is quite a big thing. Like it's multiple buildings. It's not just like a one room thing. Like this is the main door. You've opened it. You can see the first room. Are you continuing to like search through?
Yeah.
I think we just kind of like
Okay.
stalk through silently, weapons at the ready, you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. And you're just like kind of
emphasis on the silently, without even having to roll stuff.
Yeah, if you're not like really like if you're not like searching it, you're just like walking through. Yeah, it's like it takes you like 5-10 minutes or just like
just looking for the obvious stuff.
Exactly, you're not like searching for anything hidden. You're just kind of looking to see if there's a big platform that has a soulmonger on it. Got it. Unfortunately, you don't find
anything
that.
unusual.
You spend 10 minutes just basically cutting your way through. It seems like this one there's like a few like small rooms. There's like a large kind of room, but again, like time's not be nice and just basically overgrown, and it's hard to tell what the original purpose of the building was. It seems to probably more like a maybe a storeroom or like a gathering place for a large number of people. It doesn't look like it would be something someone would live in. But there's nothing that catches your eye particularly.
Okay, I think we're just making like an investigation of the full set of buildings, so like these ones here as well as these ones over here.
Okay, those ones there. Okay, good. Cool. I get to do a new check.
If there's like if there any point where because of the way the walls have crumbled, or like there's a high window or something, like rooms or buildings where I could like climb up a wall and take a sneaky peek inside first, I'll do that when I have the chance, but otherwise we'll just sort of warily enter.
So when you're here, this like the one that's kind of like a slightly different color, this one looks like it's almost probably like at one point a large villa or something of the like, something that would be something someone would live in, and you are able to like climb up to second floor and get away through like the top, which does look like it's kind of like not the most structurally sound, but like you're pretty sure as an avid climber you think there's a safe way up, but the stairs probably like inside it probably even less secure. And if you climb up like that, you don't like you enter in a room which at some point is probably a bedroom. Like there's a big sort of opening, not like windows, but like just an open wall and like a bit outside, which was once probably a balcony. And as you kind of go inside that, you see a kind of like they're like it looked like one point they were probably like art or like something of some wealth. Like this was probably a room of quite a rich person. And yeah, you see there's a couple of like near. It's not like it's weird because like time has been like really hard, so it's like hard to exactly. You see something that maybe once was like a bed, but like it's more just like at this point just like an area that room that you could kind of make out that shape. And near that there's a like urn amongst the vines, and covered by them there's quite like a large painted like pottery vase. It's painted with this one is painted with a. It kind of looks to you as if you kind of cut off the vines and like examine it. It seems to be the image of a like a stylistic version of a Zorbo, if you know what like a Zorbo is.
Oh yes, I know them well.
I can't tell if you're being sincere.
I'm being sarcastic. Well, I don't know about Sky. Chris knows. I don't know about.
Sure, there you go. Zorbo, this kind of creature.
Sky maybe.
No, it's okay.
Should I roll? Yes, I'll just drop
if you want to roll nature to know, yeah, you can.
I would say cute until I scroll down.
Nature. Oh yeah, you know all about Zorbos.
Nice. That's what I wanted to use.
Zorbo's like an omnivore. It's pretty small, but not like tiny. Just like small, sort of like koala bear size, I would guess. But they're quite like a fresh little omnivore. They like live in but like things obviously it could hunt, not. It's not like one of those things that would like attack anyone. They live in trees and caves. Oh, so much. Long claws, a dour disposition. There's a fondness for humanoid flesh, but normally would like do like a dying creature, or if there was someone who seemed very very wounded or an easy pickings.
Yeah.
One of their most like kind of famous thing, or what makes them quite interesting, is they can adjust or like alter their natural armor to match its surroundings. So, for instance, if they were like climbing on stone, they would have the toughness of stone on their skin.
Yeah.
Or in metal, they would have toughness of metal.
Do I know about what they do to magic items, or?
That it's been said that they can like kind of weaken and destroy like armor and shields, and also magical items with their claws. They're like incredibly like sharp and can like kind of cut through almost anything.
Stay away from those then.
Yeah, that's what you know about them. Tom, you don't really know anything about them. I've heard the name, and you've like you could.
So I'm just like I'm in a bedroom. There's like an open balcony, a bed, or where a bed once was, and it's like
some pottery.
It looks like it was once richly furnished, some pottery. Okay, I go back.
There's like a kind of destroyed painting on the side.
Go to the balcony and call down to the other three. Not like I call down or yell at them, but like speak down to the other three. Looks like it was a brothel, if I'm any. Nodding sagely like he's doing.
They don't seem to
No,
respond.
like
They're very embarrassed.
Nice find, Sky. Anything of interest?
Not particularly. There's a big pottery vase with a Zorbo on it.
What the hell's a Sorbo?
It's like a little rat thing that has some magical power.
Might be an indication that they're native to this place then, or at
Possibly.
least live on the island.
Probably worshipped them or something. It's a strange thing to put on a vase. No one ever put me on a vase. Oh, clamber back down.
Yep.
Maybe after we stop the soulmonger, someone will put you on a vase, Guy.
That'd be nice. As we wander off. So I guess we'll head off northwards then.
Okay.
North of interest here. So it's what, another couple of 100 feet. So
Yeah, a few more minutes going to go through. As you kind of cross over this kind of thoroughfare, not particularly, just so you notice, like there's some random animal life, but around here there's like a few fruit trees, and you see a group of what looks like about 5 apes sort of like eating fruit, and like they kind of notice your appearance. You like cut through the jungle, and they kind of make like big threatening to like ape, like woo woo woo, you know. But you give them some space, or
yeah, I'll like sort of wave a hand vaguely placatingly and sort of go around.
He's like, yes, apes.
Yeah, okay, we get it.
Yeah, we know you're there.
Okay, yeah, and then you head to this building to check out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So we met a bear person?
No, Chris
No.
checked one of the buildings and he found like a pottery vase and had that on it, like a stylistic drawing of it.
They're magical weasel creatures. Not weasel, whatever.
Zorbo.
Sorbo. They destroy magic items, that's what we...
They destroy magic items?
Yeah.
They have like some magical properties, one of which is that they can consume the power of magic items or something. They can sort of draw in, like if you fight one that's, well, it's like touching stone, it can like draw the power of the stone and gain like the toughness of the stone. Or like if you fought one in water, it would like adapt for that.
Is that mutant?
They can like draw in power, exactly.
What if you throw it in lava?
You know, these are some questions of science you can't answer.
Don't even try that. That sounds dangerous. That sounds like the final boss of the campaign.
Okay, so as you guys are entering this room and you kind of like cutting your way through the door, as you kind of like enter and like light shines into it, is it still Xeno going in first?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone
Okay, cool.
has more than 30
As you kind of walk in, you see, I don't remember, I think you saw these things once before. I'm gonna show you the handout, but I think you did. You see, not the thing to the left of this, but to the thing that like to the right. I'm not sure why they're together. Maybe they are the same thing. I don't think so.
Oh, the creature? The
veggie
humanoid?
Yeah,
The
the veggie pygmy. I think you might have encountered these at the garden. But I
Don't
can't
think
remember.
we did.
No, we did not.
You did?
I
Okay.
remember this, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, like, kind of as you kind of open this, the sunlight sees in. You kind of see what looks like to you, maybe like 2, 3, 4 of these creatures, kind of like skittering out of the light and sort of like running. And for you, it looks almost like they kind of disappear through like cracks in the wall, but like cracks maybe they should be able to fit through. Like they kind of like almost like squirm their way through. They seem like almost at one with like the vines and the terrain.
Strange creatures.
Again, anyone who wants to knowledge nature can see if they know what these things are.
Big are they?
Yeah, I always.
They are small, like maybe like 3 feet tall, maybe. 19.
Why did I close my character sheet? Never do that. Pop that bad.
You're an anthropologist, right?
Richard.
Not a doctor?
Sky, man, you're so good at these.
That's
Nature checks.
fucking, what can I say? No, I did
Sky,
level 2 and got my proficiency in nature. The world revealed
Hi,
it.
Sky, so you can know basically everything. Veggie are kind of like almost like fungus creatures. People sometimes call them like mold folk or moldies. They kind of live in a similar kind of area you would imagine mold to live in, like places that are warm and wet. So they love sort of forests and underground and stuff like that. They live in like kind of simple, very tribal kind of units.
Okay,
They are
so
like
they're kind of vaguely societal. Like,
yeah, they are intelligent.
Okay.
Like not like they have their own language. You're aware of this,
Ooh.
and they do have like a tribal society. Yeah, they prefer to eat like fresh meat and like often like bones and animal and blood, where they absorb the nutrients. But they can't simply survive through like soil and stuff like that. they communicate in their own sort of like kind of hissing, tapping, not really words that we would think about it. They don't really build or craft or anything like that.
Can they vocalize normally then? I was thinking where their language comes from, and like if they developed a language that's like hissing and tapping, is that because they can't like speak normally, or
you haven't ever heard of one speaking?
Okay.
Whether or not it's physically possible, you're not sure. They kind of they're not born in a normal way. They are spread through this this mold that like it's kind of like a rusted mold, like almost a kind of spore or mushroom. It kind of is similar to normal rust, but if you're infected and like die of it, which is possible, it is poisonous to most creatures. When you die, the kind of from the body, the remains kind of work with the spore into sort of like a parasitic motion, and a vegetable is formed from the humanoid body.
Sorry, what's unusual? Isn't that how everyone comes into the world?
Exactly.
How did you guys do it?
Well,
And as you even know, Chris, from like the picture of this, technically one of these things isn't here, but that is what would happen if creatures such as even like a bear or a dog or a more beast might die. A creature similar to that may come from the body.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. They have almost like in the tribal structure, they sometimes have a chief, stuff like that. As they grow older, they can have spore clusters on their body and kind of like put off these spores that spread the rusted mold in a
Okay.
So
I'll quickly.
so that's, you know a lot. Yeah.
Sure. So I'll quickly say to everyone, lower your weapons. Those are veggie. They are dangerous, but not necessarily hostile. Don't do anything to threaten them. I'm not saying that they would kill us, but there's no need to fight them and take the risk.
Yeah, like as you're saying this, they're basically like making like out of like kind of cracks and like holes in the wall, they're trying to like just make their way out. Like they are, quite quickly kind of fleeing around the back.
Should we skip this building then?
It like a quick 2-second glance, 2-second search in. Does anything look like there's going to be of interest? And it's not like a big sort of glowing throne.
Nothing. No, there's no big glowing throne. Nothing that's even stick out this building.
Okay. No. Yes, I think we should not disturb the local tribes if we can possibly
Are you
avoid it.
sure they're not our enemy? They look diseased.
In a sense they are, but they aren't. I don't. Before I tell this Alchemanos, they're not inherently evil, are they? Ian? We haven't skipped over that particular.
More just like nature, neutrally kind of thing. Yeah.
I say they are actually. Their biology and method of reproduction and societies are all very interesting, but and it is certainly possible just within their capacity to serve Raz and C. So we should indeed be aware of that. But that is true of anyone we meet on Chult, and we don't just attack anyone. They have to be special to earn that treatment.
I'll choose to ignore that statement.
Point is that there's nothing inherently that would lead me to believe that they are hostile to us, but they are a threat to us if we antagonize them. So let's leave well enough alone.
I see.
I don't know how to communicate with them in any way. I speak a few languages.
You have a gift with little beasts and such. Should try and communicate with them. Should we see them again?
I could. I mean, I guess out. What have I got that's like?
I mean, they will leave. Like they're making their way out. Like, and you guys.
Yeah. But like, I mean, then they're just gonna go outside and like hang around and peer in, right? They're not gonna like go and go.
Possible.
Exactly.
Okay.
I get out. What do I even have that's like something hard? I want to make a tapping sound against the wall, but I also don't want to use a weapon. I don't want to do it with a scimitar, I got a spyglass. I forgot I had a spyglass. I used it this morning to survey Omu.
Didn't say that. I was giving you so much information. Too bad.
I get it, and I just tap on the wall, like tap tap, and wait a few seconds, and then
no response.
And I just I make like a kind of low. I mean, Sky's a feline, so he's probably got a reasonable hiss to him. It's like a low kind of, but not like a kind of like a menacing, just kind of a sort of a sustained sort of
purr.
Yeah, more like the hum equivalent of a hiss, just kind of like a slow sort of
purr. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hiss, right? A purr's like a rumbling sort of.
Okay, yeah, but a hiss that isn't angry and is smooth and relaxed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I bet Sky.
Like a long exhale than like than I'm
Like a long
you know,
exhale.
threatening.
Okay, sure. Okay, again, no response.
I wish I knew what I just said. I hope I didn't insult anyone. I tried to tap.
Still no response.
No, I fear they are
I yell out,
shy.
I am Malcolmanos, champion of the Titan Assembly.
You yell out, okay.
I hope
Well, just they're on the opposite side of the building, right?
Okay, so you're not yelling for everyone in Omen to hear. Okay.
No, yeah, exactly.
Nevertheless, I slip outside and just kind of, look both. Make sure there's, sort of like there aren't hundreds of snake men rushing towards our location.
If you understand,
You can't see hundreds, just several tens.
I wish to parlay.
You also get no response, Alchemanos, I'm afraid.
No aid from them, I suppose.
I have never heard any tales of a veggie pygmy speaking or understanding common. I guess I'll try. I rattle through the various languages. Like just, a kind of, hello, we mean no threat in Elven,
Bonjour.
Giant, Goblin. No, none of which I have any particular reason, except maybe Elven, I guess, like possibly, to expect that they would understand. But yeah, I try and.
Unfortunately, still no response.
Are they interested in us, or are they just like?
They left! They left! You're not
They're
talking
not-
anything! Because it's like maybe they're peering in the window, I don't know.
Oh, you said
Like-
they're
like-
maybe peering
like
in the window? Sorry.
It's like we opened the door and they like
Yeah.
scuff like rats at like they kind of all scuttle through the exits.
Exactly.
But
But
like
you can't see them
if
anymore.
if
You
that
can't see
were
them
us,
though.
would we have like gone out and like run at that, or would we have like kind of
You
hidden
guys
outside,
are pretty
kind of hid and
suicidal,
see what was
yeah.
happening? That's what like people would do.
Alright.
Like,
That's
I
true,
think
that's
about like any fantasy film where someone interacts with like
That's
a
true.
new group and they run away. They all go into like holes and look.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't see them anymore. We try and talk to the open.
Yeah,
door, but
yeah.
They don't.
You
Yeah,
do
I'm
not
just
get a
calling
response.
into the
Yeah.
Let's move on. I think probably not the only veggie pygmies, or even the only civilized people, if you can call the tribal veggie pygmies that will find an omen. Let's hope that they're all as non-hostile as the pygmies were. And we move in.
Yeah.
And see.
Keeping to my word about not necessarily seeing any reason to like this building doesn't look particularly interesting. So unless something catches
Not
our attention, I think
particularly.
we'll just walk past that one.
Oh, but look at this.
Well, we can
The
like try and look.
dome.
I figured if we walk along here, we can kind of try and look in the dome. If it's like a big glass dome, like it looks. What is it? What is it in? Is that like a big?
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, it's hard now, but the top is basically covered in vines, but you can
Sure.
still see that one cells a dome there. You see kind of some areas that like look almost like it's fallen in. So like at one point it was, either stone or glass or something, but it seems like parts of it have caved in, and it's hard to tell what the other parts are made of because it's like covered in vines.
I think with just like a general stick our head in the door of any building we pass, but like not actually explore
Okay,
properly.
not exploring.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just to see if there's anything immediately interesting.
If a
What?
dome is built, that must be a place of import. No one would otherwise go through the effort.
The dome. I mean,
Dome's that special?
there's a couple of them in the city, but not a huge number. What, like 4? How many domes? Where's Wally with domes? 1, 2,
Well,
3, 4. Any domes in the palace? No. The 4 domes of
4
Omen.
domes! You found all the domes!
What
Congratulations!
is
woo! You guys find the soulmonger.
As it's called, dome.
Oh.
I can find 5 of them.
Well, there's a 5th. Where's the 5th dome?
Uh,
Oh, there's a little dome here. It's a sneaky dome.
oh yeah, then there's 6 domes.
Kill me.
Ian, we're going to the bridge, Ian.
The bitch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. As you get close and you kind of like round around. Where are you?
Ooh, I see
Exactly?
another dome. There you go.
Where are you exactly?
Ooh,
So
there's,
many
like,
domes.
so many- there's the one at the palace, yeah. There's
Yeah, as
7.
you get there and you kind of like cut your way through and you see the bridge is like significantly clearer. And as you kind of like walk part way up the cliff, so you're like gaining a bit of height, but it's slightly rounded. You can see that on this outcropping here, now it's like just a couple 100 feet away, maybe. Let's check. But you're about this way now. Yeah, even like just 150 feet, quite close to the edge. You see a. Oh yeah, 150 feet, so close. You can definitely just see it perfectly. Yeah, you see what looks like a group of the veggie pygmies. Like they say some of the stages you see before. There is one that is that weird sort of four-legged creature you saw before, and they seem to almost like in a circle around what looks to you. I described what grungs were before, right? They were like the weird fish, the weird frogs people. Yeah, yeah. There's a grung kind of like in the middle of like the group of them. This is kind of like looks to be like it's almost like wrapped up or bound with vines, and it's kind of like moving and shaking. And yeah, you can kind of like see them. And the veggie around are doing a kind of like maybe their version of a dance.
The throw it into the lava ritual. I love it.
It seems something that could be intrigued to be that.
I see they are very happy for dinner.
We flew past Dung Mana Grunglung or whatever it's called. We talked a bit about grungs. We decided are inherently evil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people consider it.
Like, yeah. I mean, not like like a zombie is evil, but like goblin.
Like a goblin is evil. Yes, like a goblin is evil. More kind of lawful and tribal, and also like crazy, but like still like aggressive creatures you won't want to encounter if you could avoid it.
Second chance at a first impression, perhaps.
I push Zeno for
one. You Zeno?
You can do this.
Okay.
I believe in you.
It's like walk slowly towards them, very slowly.
We remain on this side of the bridge, Ian.
I look to the other two, even if he does not communicate with them.
When Zeno gets to the middle of the bridge, I cast a spell on him to make him explode.
Harsh, but fair. Okay. Yeah, as you get closer, you realize there's perhaps like maybe like 9 of these veggie pygmies and like one of the weird kind of creature things. Yeah. Like as you kind of get closer, and you're like halfway over the bridge, and they can like see you properly. Like the ones that are dancing kind of stop and kind of like face you, and they don't say anything, but they're not talking. But like there's sound, like you can hear them like kind of like stamping their feet or making noise, and like kind of air being sailed and like that kind of thing. And they don't have. Oh wait. A couple of them have like have like slings, like very primitive slings, not like these, but like the ones you swing and throw. And like
trade them my sling bullets.
They don't like aim at you, but they look aggressive. Like they're raising it, kind of like
swing
it around.
Guys,
and they're making a lot of noise at you.
They don't seem happy.
Just
no point.
Your appearance has a soothing effect on creatures. Just walk forward slowly.
So I don't think that's true.
I give him a thumbs up.
Nice, yeah.
The decision is up to you, Sino.
I stay where I kind of am, and I say towards them, I come in peace, little ones.
Nice.
Roll persuasion, I guess. He's on animals.
Oh yeah, sorry. That was the other question I was going to ask Ian while he's doing that. So the beast pygmies, or the pygmies that develop from like non-humanoid forms into. Is there anything that mentally differentiates those from other pygmies? Are they just still the same?
They are stupider. They're stupider.
They are, right. So there's
when the humanoids come from, they have some semblance of the humanoid's intelligence. When it's an animal, it has an animal intelligence.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. They again, they're kind of like just making a lot of noise and look very angry. But you're not moving any closer, right?
No.
Yeah. I mean, they're not attacking you. They're kind of just like you're in like kind of stalemate. They're kind of like. It looks to you, or like they're warning you not to come closer, basically, right? Like their aggressive motion and stuff like that.
Yeah, I take a few steps back and just keep observing them. Just on my feet too, yeah. In case they start throwing shit at me. Dodging.
Wait, but you said you take a step backwards, sorry.
Yeah, I take a step back.
Back towards the other. Yeah, they kind of, They don't, they're again, same thing, not attacking you, but still looking like they want you to leave faster.
Well, yeah, I start moving back towards the
morning. Yeah, once you get more out the way, they start doing their dancing again.
Yeah, well, they're doing something, but they don't want us close.
But they don't
want to kill. Well, I feel if I went a few more steps forward, they would have probably attacked.
It would seem they're not, at least not actively trying to kill us. Just as long as we stay out of the way.
It's a difference
Well,
from those
they
that
could-
we meet usually. Indeed.
Well, they could be doing some stuff. It's
I mean,
unseemly or what do
the
you say?
destruction
I
of
don't
the
know.
frog
I don't know.
people is on our list, albeit lower imports. We might have a connection there. But the
By the way,
ritual
yeah, do we
above the
still-
lava does frighten me.
I can't remember. Do I still have that thingy with me?
Yes.
What? Okay.
The chewing.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
how was he reacting? The chewing guy, yeah. How was he reacting getting closer to those things?
He seems like any other like a bird you would pass flying in the sky, or like any sort of animal wildlife you would pass. It doesn't seem bothered them at all.
Okay.
So,
I don't know.
do we wish to interfere?
I see no reason to.
As that is said, and you were watching the strange ritual, it appears to be coming close to an end, and
Well, let's watch at least then.
yeah, I'm like saying if you really want to do anything, it's a large one, but you can see they're like starting to pick up the body and everything. Okay, but as you're watching,
Too late for the popcorn.
as you're kind of watching, they sort of like half lift, half draw when like they get to the end, and they just roll the tied up frog into the lava. And as they're kind of doing, they're all like kind of like chanting their feet really hard. You can hear it. It's hard, but they're only tapping and expelling air quite softly. But even you can kind of hear the fervorish about it. And as they're kind of going over and they're dancing crazily, two of the veg pygmies actually seem to like throw himself into the lava after him, and the rest just continue their weird dance.
Okay.
And
That's
yeah,
a bit morbid.
Emboldened by their reduced numbers, I I wonder why they threw themselves in after.
Can we see? I mean, obviously it's pretty far down, but can we see them touch the lava?
yeah, you can kind of I mean, you can kind of watch it, but it's like far down, but it's
Like that, we can confirm that they're not like
ridiculously
falling into a giant net or something. They are actually.
no.
going into
You
lava.
can see the frog especially because it's like easier to see, and it's
Yeah.
it's like wrapped in vines, it's green, it stands out slightly more. The others like almost naturally camouflage against whatever they're near. Yeah, you see them hit the lava and basically like instantly burn alive.
And there's no dark purple cloudy stuff coming from it or something.
No.
There's no shapes of a giant snake that swallows them all. No.
Neither of those things occur.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm just going to keep. I did roll 22, so I'm going to keep fishing for veggie pygmy knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have? Because obviously they're sort of quite naturey creatures, but do they have like any particular bond with nature? Kind of like how elves are sort of defenders of the forest, and or even furbolgs, because we got one of those in the group, are like quite sort of tied into like are defenders of
with the
nature,
nature.
right? Are these things in any sense like that at all? Would they sort of, if they saw someone being kind to nature and so on, would that predispose, or are they just they just exist and they happen to be primitive and made of plants, but really they give any more of a fuck about the forest than the next?
There's more the second one.
More the second?
It's not like they would reveal like a druid or something like that. No,
Sure.
it's very
Okay.
they kind of find, I guess, some sort of kinship with like other plant and like fungus creatures, like other sort of like intelligent
So
plants.
if I were to bring a
basically.
bulldozer and destroy the
but
jungle,
I
I
have
wouldn't
an
be
idea.
happy.
Probably not. No.
Okay. Everyone make ready to back me up, just in case. I'm gonna try and make contact carefully.
Okay.
So, okay,
What's your wish?
I do what Zeno did. I start crossing the bridge slowly towards, until I know I keep my eye on the slings, Ian.
These ones at this point they seem always more like fervorish with the with the ritual, so you can get quite close without them really even paying a bit much attention to you.
Huh? Can I get across the bridge?
Let me check how wide the platform is. I'm saying you can get within about 30 feet of them. Oh yeah, easy.
Okay.
Let's see here. 100 and... Yeah, I would go halfway
Yeah,
across the bridge.
once you you walk halfway across the well.
Because this kind of it's
follow.
not going across. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
expect
yeah,
to make
sure.
it across the bridge without it's like this.
I yell out, appear strong, otherwise they might think you sacrifice yourself as another Tribute.
So yeah, as you kind of like step down on the other side and you're like kind of on that little platform, they do some of them kind of like look around. What are you doing?
Okay. Once they've noticed me, I'll stop and see how they react. I almost like freeze, like I'm playing Grandmother's Footsteps, you know. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't, what's the time, Mr. Wolf? I don't. Whatever you
Yeah,
call that in other countries. I don't know. I don't want you Dutch kids to
when
play,
does the
but when we
train
have to
come?
sneak up on someone. When does the train come? What? In Sweden, what a strange place.
Yeah, they seem to like kind of be moving towards you, kind of like again making this like strange sort of noise. Not as obviously aggressive. Like they don't have any like slings raised or aiming, but they are like coming close to you and they're making noises.
Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll just wait. Since they don't seem openly aggressive, I guess I'm taking the dodge action, but because I don't want them to sort of walk up and smack me. But yeah, I'll just let them approach and walk up and try if they want.
Sure, we'll come and have a go.
I want to see what they do, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They kind of just like come over to you and like they get pretty close. Like you see, there's one now that looks like it's hard to tell exactly, but you're aware they have like kind of a kind of chief structure, I guess, about it. And you notice that one of them has a spear, and there's only one who has a spear, and you could kind of take that to mean that's probably the one in charge. You know, there's one like that. The others, it's kind of walking behind the others, and it's kind of like it's like pointing at you with the spear, not that like, but kind of like
gesturing. Yeah,
like
sure, okay.
more than it's not stabbing you quite yet.
Also, when you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks.
He's focused so entirely on it. Must be.
Yeah, that's what I'm not doing anything else other than dodging.
Yeah, and they kind of the Vegemite to get really close and start like within 5 feet.
Yeah, within 5. Like if they and if they just want to sort of like reach out and just
they do that. They start like kind of grabbing at your clothes and kind of saying,
"Oh no."
What do I know about the infectious nature of the how easy is it to get?
From normal veggie pygmies himself, it would be like almost impossible. From the chief, you can see as you kind of see it now. The one which you saw probably chief as you get close, you can definitely see it. They have like basically kind of like hardened parts of it area where you can it like looks like that's kind of thing where spores would come from, and you're aware that they can kind of do that on at will, and they can choose me to happen. If that hits you, it would infect you with the thing.
Okay, so once they're all around me, I wish to become their god. I'll pick out from sort of around the foliage at my feet, like a good-sized like bushel of flowers, or like a particularly thick ropey vine, or something is going to be impressive with this effect. And using my druidcraft cantrip, I will reach down and cause the flower or the blossom, the seed pod, whatever it is, to bloom open, suddenly and dramatically, like ta-da. And I'll do that a few times, and so I'm kind of sitting in a sort of an area of blooming, of sort of more lively foliage, and see if that makes any impression on them, if they react to that.
Okay, roll persuasion, but with advantage for like the druidy shit.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Now they just gotta figure out how to.
You should have guidance due before you left.
Too bad.
He did say, I will try.
Why can I not? Oh, because I'm on the wrong. Oh, I did have my character open. I was just off spells instead.
Oh, you silly boy.
Persuasion advantage. Let's go.
Persuasion. Get it? Use a cat.
Don't snake eye it.
Performance, huh?
It's
the same roll though, Chris.
Yeah, but I mean, I pushed it at the same time.
Okay, 19. Okay, yeah, they're like when you kind of show the flower, they all kind of go like crazy, like whoa, and like kind of grabbing at the flower in your hand, kind of thing. And
Okay, so I like that, that kind of a little bit. So yeah, I like, it's like sort of animals coming for the monkeys coming for the peanuts in your hands.
Exactly,
Whoa, exactly. So I like drop the flowers a little bit and sort of step back and see what they're doing. Okay, now this is where it gets difficult. Yeah, because the druid cantrip, it's versatile, But so it says one of the things is you create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, such as falling leaves, a puff of wind, the sound of a small animal, the faint odor of a skunk. So it's a sensory effect that kind of has to have something to do with nature. So this is how I want to communicate with them. I want to. Is the chief looking at me? Is he still looking at me?
Yes.
Okay. So now looking.
I'm not gesturing quite the same way, but
but okay. Now looking directly at him, I want him to get the sense that I'm trying to communicate with him. Yeah. God, it's gonna be so awkward when he just speaks common. I like this is me and Sweet. I gesture to our party, like back myself, companions on the bridge, and then I want to one after the other create the sensory sound, the sound that, as best I can approximate, the snake men. I assume they're Yuan-Ti, right? They were. We know they're Yuan-Ti, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The Yuan-Ti, like their vocalization or like a noise they would make, or a sound that sort of recognizable.
Like a hiss.
So serpentine, but like also these guys kind of hiss, right? So like I want to make it, I make it specifically, and like, yeah. And then follow that up with a sound of conflict, but like it can't be obviously, like it's not like a sort of knights fighting or
like
something.
A lightning strike or something,
or like animals fighting. I think like cats having a cat fight.
So like snarls.
Yeah, exactly.
Snarl.
So so gesturing towards us, implying the Yuan-Ti, and then the sort of sounds of conflict. All as best I can.
Right, there needs to be like a linguistic skill, so I can actually let me do a roll for this. I guess roll it's got to be some sort of roll, but you're trying to do something very specific. Let me look at the different skills and see what applies the most. No. Animal handling, man.
Well, insight is kind of
interesting. I mean, he's trying to use nature. Right?
I'd love to use nature, but personally, I think insight.
Oh, what about performance? Like actually performance, right? But you're trying to make sounds of like battle and stuff like that.
My insight is good. Let's do insight. Yeah, like either of them are.
I would say what you're trying to do is you're trying to perform, I would say performance at the simplest. And like charisma is a skill you're definitely trying to do here, so like it is charisma based thing you're doing. Like they react very strongly to when you make the Yuan toy sort of noise. Like they get really aggressive. Like the one with the spears or like kind of almost like stabbing at the air with that. And the others, like some of the others are kind of near you, kind of like back off.
Okay, well, okay. So that
but they don't seem to get like the second part about the you find got the noise. Now they're like, and they do something quick, but they look quite like riled up by this.
Okay, yeah. So I gotta do something quick. Okay,
won't be dying sounds.
Again, leaning on the Druidcraft cantrip.
You love that cantrip, yeah.
Okay. We're getting through the various uses of it one by one. I am going to summon another tiny harmless sensory effect in the form of an orb that demonstrates the weather in this location for the next 24 hours. Hopefully, it's like dramatic enough to make them all go. Ooh.
So you make a little orb that shows
like a little storm. It's like a snow globe with rain inside or something.
Shake it for a good effect.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, a couple of like the ones who like started getting aggressive, but like weren't like that much. They're kind of like interested. They kind of like lower their things, but the chief doesn't seem to like either they've seen magic before. It doesn't amaze them quite so much, and they still seem quite angry, and they're like pointing at you like more stabbing motion now, not like actually trying to stab you, but more like kind of like you doing an animal to like back away sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll like
got a taser pod, and you're like.
I'll raise my hands very placating
American security
and begin to sort of back away over the bridge. Am I like in their way of them getting off their little island now? Is that what I'm sensing?
In a way, yeah. You were basically saying like you can move to the side and they can kind of almost get past you instead, or you can back off and they might like follow you over.
Okay. No. I'll back away slowly at first, and then if I can sort of get 10-15 feet between me and them, then I'll sort of turn around and joggle.
Yeah. As you kind of jog away, as you kind of like look back, they start making their way over the bridge as well.
Okay.
Like happy they've scared you off, kind of thing.
As I'm jogging towards the others, I'll just kind of gesture like, get out of the way.
Yeah, it's like fine, just some vines and bushes, trees to hide behind, and
I'll fill the others in as we get there. Describe what they're doing as I'm filling them in, but I'll tell everyone else that basically I've discovered that they are reasonably, they're non-hostile, but not necessarily friendly. And as far as I can tell, they are enemies of the Yuan-Ti. They reacted very strongly to an impression of a Yuan-Ti sound that I made. I know. I mean, by strongly, I mean negatively. Like they almost
Easy
attacked
to
me. I thought.
understand. Perhaps next time we meet Yuan-Ti, we do not kill them outright, but present them to these creatures as a present.
Ah, that would be a good way to their heart. Yes, if we could take a captive Yuan-Ti and present it for their lava rip. Don't want to present too many Yuan-Ti though, because if a veggie pygmy has to jump off every time, we could run out of veggie pygmies pretty soon. It was 2 that jumped off, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Speaking-
But no,
Yeah,
that's,
so
that's
you guys do the peering after running away thing, which you say everyone does in fantasy.
Yeah, exactly.
You kind of watch them, and yeah, they kind of cross back to mainland, and just like basically head like straight north, just like up here.
Look into the city.
And eventually they get they just like gone among the undergrowth if you don't track them or try to catch up.
Say, speaking of the lava, should I fall within the city and my body is to be retrieved, please, if it is not too much trouble, to ask you, let me fall into it. It is not ideal.
I remember the traditions of your people, Alchemena, so I will make sure that if you need to meet an end, it is a fitting and heroic.
I thank you.
Right.
So
That's
okay,
it.
I was thinking about this morning. This thing that they were doing their ritual on. Is there any other obvious purpose to it other than pygmy rituals? Like, is there like a broken bit of another bridge at the other side where it like used to sort of hop across in stages, or
No, it doesn't.
is it? So it just seems to be, but the
But
bridge
it's like-
wasn't built by pygmies, right? The bridge is clearly like it's part
The
of the city.
bridge is made, probably not by pygmies. No.
Yeah.
Pygmies you've never heard of creating something like this.
I
And there's
kind of
no,
want to go out then.
Circle or like ruins on here, no?
On where, sorry?
On the
On the
It's all
platform.
kind of overgrown, right?
Yeah,
So that's what I suggest. I want to suggest to the others at this point.
Out.
I'm curious as to the purpose of this pillar. I want us to go out there I want to go out there and look around and see if we can discover if it was for anything ever. You know, I say
It might
that
be
to-
possible that it wasn't that this pit wasn't always here.
And the purpose of the bridge becomes rather.
Fair enough.
Well, there is
I'm
a
just-
waterfall as well. Perhaps once at a point it was merely water. Lava has risen from beneath.
Wasn't the water flowing through the city, as in flooding
Well,
it
yes, but
so far?
we can see the water from here. It would make
Yeah.
sense if the land, if this pit didn't exist, that the water might have continued to flow underneath where the bridge is now,
But where would lava come from if it wasn't here before?
underneath the ground.
Well,
Like
it's full of
this
lava,
kind of
don't
way?
you know?
Yes, I've heard of volcanoes, but this does not look like a volcano.
Even
Well-
lava exists underneath the stone as well. If it erupts, it can destroy anything above it.
Why would it leave 2 thin pillars in that case?
Well, they
Strange.
angered a god, didn't they?
Yeah, that could be. I mean, it could be a magical formation rather than a natural one, but that doesn't mean that what Richard said is implausible. It does. I mean, if I imagine, I get out my map and kind of trace, and sort of imagined route of the river through the city without it flooding it.
This waterfall
actually,
is
hang
pretty
on.
natural, right? So,
Yeah, but like now I'm looking at it more carefully. Yeah, I gotta go. But bring that up to us. I say, do we think that this river always flowed through Omu? And because so if the lava wasn't always here, then there's nowhere for the water to have gone. Right on the south, there's no like dried up riverbed or anything that we've seen on the south end where it would have flowed away. And also, how would it get out past the cliff? So it must have always flowed into somewhere inside Omu. But did it ever flow through the city? Can anyone see a clear path where the water would have taken to get where it's gone? It doesn't necessarily seem so to me. Like past all the buildings, or maybe this way and like around the outside of the. But here, there doesn't seem to be a kind of natural path for a river to have followed. Well, I guess what I'm getting at is it possible the river came and flooded the city after its construction, but probably also after its doom?
It's possible.
In which case, I wonder what caused it.
How
Well,
long
yeah.
ago was the destruction of Omu again?
You have 100 years, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Are you asking like a Zarka, or are you just like asking if I've told
Oh,
you
is
before?
Zarka still here?
Yes, he is still. I would glance at Asaka when I asked that.
Oh, you would glance at Zarka. Oh, she says, I believe it fell into ruin, perhaps a couple of 100 years ago, maybe more.
That would leave more than enough time for the.
Looks like about the right
What is
amount of
overflow?
damage. So does,
Indeed.
can you throw us back on the big map again for just a second?
The big map, like the Chult map.
Yeah, Chult map.
I want to look
Sure.
at the river. If it's visible.
I don't think it is, but
I don't think so
be
either.
disappointed. No, it's not
Who's
visible.
there?
Oh, yeah, it's also telling.
I'm moving you back on the other map again.
Thanks. It's like a pretty big river, right? So
Yeah.
that's also kind of... okay.
Are you trying to say water is our enemy? I know you do not like to swim, but this is a bit of a leap.
No, I'm curious that if part of the history and the doom and subsequent events of Omu involve someone deliberately attempting to flood the city with a river, or if the river always flowed.
I will say that, like, although it's not marked like on this text exactly, the even the map you got, the areas like the east of Omu were like basically uncharted.
The Dread Valley or something isn't hugely populated.
Exactly.
Shocker.
Valley of Lost Honor, that's actually west of...
Yeah. There's many more scary name valleys.
Okay. I say nevertheless, someone built the bridge for a reason. I'd like to try and spend a few minutes figuring out why.
Okay, so you head over to like the little outcropping.
Oh yeah, sorry, our icon was already on it, so I thought we would... Oh yeah,
No,
that's
okay, yeah.
okay.
You moved there, yeah. it appears just like a yeah, like there's nothing there that really seems to stick out to you. It's much more sort of like clear, either for like
Like,
registering in place, or you know, it's too far to go over. You're not either, but like it definitely has something to go for you. You right there, Tom?
He's talking to Squid. He wrote to me, brilliant idea for next char. Play character with 3 int, only use Jacko stream. React to everything 15 seconds late.
Okay, so
just
yeah,
like
you're
playing with
there.
Cool.
Can finally incorporate.
But like investigating, we don't find any...
Nothing, no. Like you see some things of, like where the ritual, there's like a bit of blood, you know, where they like struggle too hard against the bindings. There's, you know, like a lot of indentation on the ground, you know, where like the glass basically like beaten into dirt, where like, you know, they go stamping around doing a little ritual dance. But apart from the ritual you've just seen, there doesn't seem like anything else happens here.
Curious.
Just, you know, I'm always looking for movement and such. This doesn't look like... This looks
That?
abandoned as well, right? Probably. I mean, it's pretty far away, so...
Yeah, it's hard to say. So from what you can see, there's like a oh yeah, I've got a little description. So yeah, this column of rock here, just so you, this is actually noticing, this is about 200 feet, by the way. I guess like technically you could, no, you can't do it that way. Yeah, it's about 200 feet down to lava.
I'm still in the Chult
it's-
map, by the way, for some reason.
Yeah, I had to refresh. Just refresh. It can't take
Oh.
you to the...
Okay, yeah, it's just like, it looks like just a ruin. It's like this one's overgrown with like kind of palm trees.
A nice vacation destination.
Yeah.
I want to examine the far side of the lava pit with my spyglass.
Okay, the far side is in which far side?
So this building, I guess, will be the focus of my attention first. And then I'll just kind of give a cursory glance at these.
Spyglass.
see
If it's a spyglass and it's only like 600 feet, you probably see it pretty clearly, huh?
Like I was there.
It was
Not
like a
quite like
fancy
that.
golden...
What? Rude.
But, like,
Captain
you see-
spyglass, right? So...
Yeah, it should
Pretty good.
seem
I mean,
pretty
roll
good.
perception. Roll perception. For all these, yeah, just in general for how.
Yeah, but he's only using one eye, so
That's
No,
Fine, you only
disadvantage.
use one eye on a spyglass.
Yeah, so do I not have disadvantage?
Oh yeah, that's true. You don't have disadvantage. I guess.
Nice.
That actually is how that would work, huh? That's so dumb.
as long as you look through the
Yes,
spyglass
advantage when you're
all the
used to it.
time,
It's all part of
Sky.
the advantage with spyglasses. Yeah, you
Just
just you
like-
line up the shot while holding the spyglass with your foot holding the bow, and then like let go.
No, my foot's holding the spyglass.
22. Okay. That's really good.
You add the
Okay,
spyglass
what
like
did I say? I rolled
sights
a
on the
22.
bow.
You see, amongst like the ruins of this one,
You know, monks for a second. I was like,
around the ruins of this building, yeah, you see that there are. It's like kind of palm trees all growing in front of the squat, like quite a squat building, and there's like kind of warm steps going up to that archway. You can just make out, and you can see that there's like kind of like reliefs of coiled serpents like flanking the entrance to the building, and they seem to be. You can kind of see as you kind of examine the place in more detail. It seems like the actual area inside, like the kind of rough walls you can see at the outside, is much less overgrown than the areas you've seen so far. Like almost like to a level where some like a creature or something is almost like kind of keeping back the wildlife or even like tending to it. And with that really good check, you can even see that in this one, I minimized it and now it's gone somewhere on my screen. Where are you? There you go. Yeah, around this one, you can see like kind of these 4 kind of large kind of snakes, and you're like making it out. It's really hard, but they're coiled around the stone. And you just kind of look at them there. It's long. It may be like 15 foot long. So it's a big snake. But it's like kind of wrapped around the stone. And like most of its scales, apart from his head, which is slightly different, have like almost taken on the appearance of stone, like to camouflage in with it.
Interesting.
Wait, where is that snake? Not that I can see it otherwise.
And they look also very, they do look like it's hard to tell. Originally, like you saw like the 2 sort of more innate like kind of reliefs of the serpents flanking the entrance. When you saw these at first, you thought maybe they were also like
stone,
like actual snakes.
Or pictures, but you can like kind of see it's kind of watch a bit longer. Yeah, you see exactly.
Okay, so I'll just kind of, as I'm looking, I'll just sort of, in the same way you just did to me, sort of like stream of consciousness, describe it to everyone, like as I'm seeing it. So fancy. There's palm trees in front. Whole building looks like it was, someone's been clearing away the overgrowth. It's not grown up over. Big entrance, statues, relief of snakes decorating it all around, and so on, just kind of one by one as I see the things, and then there's some big snakes there as well. I thought they were statues, but they seem to be alive. I'm not sure if they're magically sort of joined. And I guess like at this time, if like someone else is like, "Oh, I want to see," I'll like hand the spyglass around and kind of like.
If anyone else wants to have a look, they can also
I'd ask.
I'll describe where to look and to see the things I saw and so on. And then
these buildings.
Sorry, and I'll just say, I wonder what that could be. It's clearly a building of some significance, but it looks completely inaccessible. I don't know how you'd even get there.
I was to suggest Richard's flying there with a companion, but as you describe it, it sounds fraught with danger.
I also have magic now that could bring one person with me. But
I mean, I could get there with my cloak, but I can only use that once per day. I think I could get there with my cloak. It's still 600 feet away. Maybe I should.
400. Yes, cloak's 400 feet range, right?
So if you jump first,
wait, isn't the cloak 400 foot, right?
Oh, maybe.
It's 500 feet dimension.
Is it 500? Okay.
Yeah.
I believe we're better off coming from the other side.
500 feet.
Okay, yeah, you could technically.
Yeah, I mean,
technically.
Right would be easier. So I'm like a situation where I like have.
There are multiple areas would be easier. Yes.
Yeah.
This is literally like the hardest place we could do it.
You're like teleport, catch onto like this thing lower down, and then like climb up.
Because obviously you don't know exactly 500 feet. If you're like maybe I could make it, I would choose to go as far as possible.
Feels like it's on the edge of possible.
Yeah, it's really close.
So I say, I mean, we have ways of getting there, I suppose. Yeah. I'd rather not wait. I'm rather attached to my dimension door as an emergency escape, if we could possibly.
Yes.
Actually, hang on. Now I'm looking. I hadn't looked properly as a player, but now I'm looking as Imagining Sky looking. There isn't lava around behind this pillar, right? It doesn't look like there is. Like the edge of the lava's here. And probably like similarly here, but behind
that would be the way it works. You could technically climb between it. You could climb. We would be a strong word. As you fairly clearly.
But like it would be possible to climb down, walk along the rocks, and climb up the other side.
It would be possible for you to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
You can like smash into.
It would be very, as you're kind of like you can feel the heat of lava here. It would be very, very, very hot. But would not be hot enough to actually like burn you. Probably not, but it would be very, very hot. Probably not. Like you're 200 feet above it now, and it feels like, and the air is fucking hot right as you go up.
Rises, if you're not above lava, then
exactly. You'd probably be, you'd probably not.
Okay, well, for now, I say, well, for now, I think we simply note that it exists. You know, just from its position in a precarious sort of pedestal over a lake of molten lava, it wouldn't surprise me at all to learn that that's our eventual destination. There's something in my gut that's telling me that we're going to end up going there.
Indeed.
And from the fact that it's alone there, we might be able to blast those enemies with magic before we even get there.
Let's just do a Genos and collapse the whole thing.
Because as you kind of look at these buildings, the ones like more just on the northern bank,
Sure.
they are completely overgrown. Like you can't get any
Yeah.
deep what the building would have in it or anything like that.
Okay, I just scan over them once to see if I spot like a person waving or something, and then nope.
Until then, there's no
I
domes to
spy.
explore, guys.
No, it's good.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the toilet. Move yourself
Okay.
to the next place.
I think okay.
Rutger Howard.
Yeah, we're
Fucking easy.
We're there!
We've done it, guys.
Easy.
Okay, I think the next
This is
thing is
basically a barn, so maybe the coin?
well, I said we sort of stuck our head in there, and well, I said as we walked past, and the inside there was nothing. Well, nothing immediate. It's
Yeah.
not like it's full of creatures or anything. So I think that's something. But I think if we just walk, because this gives us a vantage point, right? This is like 10, 15 feet raised. So if we just sort of go up here and just walk along this thing, and from there we can kind of pick and choose what we want to go and
yeah, like
investigate.
these things are still fully walled and shit, so maybe that's a good...
We'll see. We'll just say. I think we just like walk along here and base our decisions on what's described to us. Of like, because if this is like interesting, I think we'll be able to tell from,
Yeah, that looks
from
interesting.
here, right? Exactly.
Looks like a Swiss coin.
Like if it's like not overgrown, or there's like magic going on, or we like see.
So you can see some kind of smoke drifting in.
Like there's a sort of maybe like a campfire or something in the middle. It's just
Similar to that,
a
yeah.
constant smoke. It's not like a puff
Constant
from
right
like,
now. Constant right now.
It's like a puff from like an explosion, like a fireball or something. It's like a steady.
Ah, a new pope has been selected.
It's very faint though. It's not a.
It's not a very good pope.
Yeah.
This is where snow would have come in handy.
Right, oh yeah. My estimation was this look to be about the same height as the walls.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Okay. So let us
Open it? FBI?
Yeah, I guess yeah. If we just walk along kind of warily until we get a better view of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, you can decide when that is.
I mean, this is. The map's actually pretty close, right? So like, just go on. I mean, you can easily see.
As we're walking, I
yeah.
can quickly say, just so there's no confusion, if we see Huan Ti, we strike.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I agree.
I mean, possibly we pause for the advantage, but we don't pause once they've spotted us.
I see. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Okay. When you're about here, I'll just read out the fucking blurb. Smoke drifts lazily from a walled compound. Sure, you already know. The gate lies in splinters and scorch marks deface the buildings. Near the center of the compound is a plaza littered with charred human corpses. One of the corpses is being torn apart by a pack of wild dogs.
Nice.
I get that it's
Barbecue
difficult to tell from this distance. When we say human corpses, weeks, months, years, like how days, hours, how long have they been roughly dead? In what sort of order of magnitude?
Days.
This is where I wish I hadn't used my blessing on the red dragon lair.
Can we see what's burning? Is it the bodies that are burning?
Yeah. Looks to be.
In like a pile?
It's hard to see with my detail if you want to like get closer.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess like from here it should be easy, like straight through this gap and everything.
Yeah.
It should be...
Yeah. You can see. Above here, it looks like there's like a pile of like a burned / but like vaguely smoking bodies of what looks to be Yuntai, and then like kind of just like scattered like corpses of like humans all kind of around the place. And yeah, they're also like, but a lot of them are like kind of charred, but not actually like.
So like
currently
Chult,
smoking.
right?
Dude, they're smoking bodies, and you're like,
Oh, they're like
I
actually
don't know what their weight is.
burned to a crisp. Okay.
Well, so So,
Or
there's a pile of dead Yuan-Ti in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and there's humans scattered around, but all the bodies, it's not just the pile that's burning, all the bodies are burning. Or like some, or are to some degree burnt, or like
Not technically. It doesn't look like when you see all the humans are burnt,
okay.
but like quite a few of them are charred.
But like some of them,
but not like as burnt.
So it's like the burns
like
did
they've
not
been-
only come from being piled up and set on fire. Okay.
No. It doesn't look like they've been set on fire.
Well, my admittedly limited battlefield experience analyzes the situation and tells me that the Yuan-Ti engaged in a skirmish with a group of Chultans, probably, although we can't be sure from here. And I guess the humans won, because otherwise, who would have piled up all the dead Yuan-Ti? Is that something they do? Maybe it is. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really seem like a very snaky.
The battle must have been recent, because they have not gathered their dead.
Also, the fact that all of them have been burnt one way or another is.
The buildings don't look burned, right?
Some of the walls are like charred. Like, and you see like near kind of like the back right for you guys, one of the buildings almost like destroyed.
I am in favor.
Like walls have been like blown out.
I am in favor of investigating this compound.
Same, and I'm in favor
Like
of Xeno going first with his shield.
searching for buildings and.
Okay. Yeah, you guys go in, move your token.
Considering
yeah.
there's
Sorry, go on.
considering the small chance of communication, I will meet you as you charge onwards, Xeno.
Okay.
Yeah, as you get nearer, you can see basically like right near the center near this like weird dome thing.
As everyone else goes in, I want to instead climb up on the wall, which looks like wide enough that I could walk along it, and then I basically want to sort of remain up there. So like if I'm having parties in this building, I'll be like on the wall next to it, like keeping a watch out or peering in through windows, and then if they go into this one, I'll like move around the wall. So
what if I'm in the center?
Then I'll just sort of sit here in like a better view of them, basically.
Sure. Yeah. So as like some of you kind of go nearer the center, you see that the burning or such burnt Yuan-Ti are piled up basically like here, and you can see as you get closer, there's almost like the blackened body and also like a lot of bones of like oddly shaped, like partly humanoid but partly more snake-like, have been arranged in almost like kind of like a spirit pool kind of thing.
Nice.
Do you kind of check it out and get closer?
I suggest we clear the buildings first, just to avoid any surprises.
Sure. So you start checking out all the buildings.
South one first.
The walls and, building.
First building. It seems like it's just like kind of an empty room. Like this is one.
I'm gonna be 1 second. I think my mum just walked in.
Okay, that's fine. This is one like really kind of large, empty kind of room. You can't really see anything that used to be in here. Either like a stock with a storeroom or something similar, but now it's very overgrown. But
why not just put the bodies here? Okay. Keep going.
Okay.
I would say we're also trying to be stealthy, right? Like doing like
We're not trying to be loud.
The infiltration squad thing of like
infiltration squad. I like it.
The peek around corners and then.
Okay, this one's interesting. As you are you going at the same time, or who is someone taking point, or what?
I think I'm taking point, but I don't know how far behind me or next to me or whatever.
I'm like 15 feet behind him.
In the radius.
Between them? Or do you want me to be behind you?
I'm just gonna be a couple steps behind, so
Okay.
Wherever you stand, it's up to you, man.
Okay.
It's irrelevant.
So you'll get in base some of the times. Okay. So yeah, as you kind of explore it, as you begin to like kind of move in, this looks like it'll perhaps maybe like. Again, it's almost impossible to tell. Like this one's like this is one larger room that may have once been like a kind of a large like dining room or like a kitchen / eating room, and then like as you kind of look around and more, it looks like maybe there's room in back that was like sleeping quarters for like a large number of people. But as you explore and you kind of like walk around more, you guys see that there's a you kind of all know, you're kind of like looking out and you notice that there's a very sort of like sin and like there's no smell, but kind of like blue mist that kind of like lingers inside.
Oh,
And
the
every
compounds?
no of that building
Oh shit.
as you kind of explore it, and everyone, all you three, roll a not saying what DC is, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Oh, Azaka is with you as well, so she should definitely roll this. So I forgot.
Oh, glad I'm over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
That's not very good.
It was a 19, and then it's turned back twice to a 1.
And you have a
There's
2?
nothing sadder than a really high red number in roll 20. It's like, you know, when you got like a +6, +7 on your roll, and it's like, you know, you just have to stare at that red 8. It's like, ah. That's like just barely below average for someone that doesn't know way it's going to pass whatever check at this one.
I'm good at these things, yeah.
Tom?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So close at 17.
You die.
Unfortunately, the DC was 20.
Okay, so as you kind of go in and you explore this room, like you guys, you're unsure, all of you are unsure if you like pass through, you don't get to know. As you walk in, you kind of notice it. You guys are like, "What the fuck is this?" But Azaka instantly looks a bit scared, and she's like, we must quickly get out of here. This is mad monkey mist. It can. We are risking ourselves.
Oh
to
no!
dangerous fever. Please. And she kind of like she quickly
Let's
walking
go.
out and like telling you,
Let's
like,
go.
get out.
Sorry, what's it? Mad
I-
Monkey List?
I
Mad
grab
monkey mist.
I grab Alcamenos and see. Nasino would be far away from me, so I would grab Alcamenos and
Yeah, and she kind of like as you kind of pull out, she kind of asks like, she's like, do you feel okay?
I feel perfectly healthy.
No, you actually, yeah, I know you're coughing for comedic effect, but you feel completely fine, okay? Like no cough. Okay, no cough.
okay, I'm sorry. I retracted.
No cough.
no coughing. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, yeah. So she's like, well,
I feel
that's good. Sometimes the can take a little time to take effect, but hopefully we will not.
What does it do, though?
It is said that those who experience it sometimes go mad. Simply, how it affects different people is depends on the. Jack is laughing. Sometimes it is not bad. Sometimes it is. We will hope that none of us were subject to it.
Is it a poison or magic?
It's a disease.
Oh, okay.
This
Sino, do you have a
could
way to...
explain the site we came across? They've gone insane. That's as good as reason as any.
Sino, do you have a way to deal with diseases? As a...
Not sure.
Hmm.
How does that?
It's called
It does
cure
not-
Pretty much,
disease.
It is not normally permanent, but hopefully none of us will be affected with it.
Well, it might come into effect at an unopportune time.
Do you know that
Well,
that
none
is
of us seem mad, at least. Let us continue onwards.
Alright. As you kind of go towards the next building, check it out. I'm assuming like this one. You guys hear a faint, like very weak sort of shout in common.
Right, sorry. Did anyone come and tell me about the Mad Monkey Fever, by the
Nope.
way? Or...
They
Okay.
just walked out,
Gucci.
had a little talk with
There's
themselves,
like
and then
a-
it's
You're
moved on
so
to the
far
next one.
away!
But yeah, as you guys move
Yeah.
on to the next one, were you free? And Chris, whereabouts are you when they're like there?
If they so while they're in this building, I would have been here.
Tell me where you are now. They're here.
Best point of view. As they start moving, I guess
Tell me.
I would guess that they're going to move to this building, so I'd start moving to here. If they walk past it, that kind of confuses me, but I guess I'd still be.
They've already gone in that
saying,
building.
yeah, see what they- Oh, they've already.
That's,
okay, so
that's
while
the
they're in that
Mad
building-
Monkey
That was
building.
okay. My bad. Sorry, I thought it was the first building. I was away. So when they're moving to the next building,
They are here. Where are you
I
now?
just followed. So
Okay,
I'd be
you're,
there, like directly south of them.
you're there.
Sorry,
Okay.
back to that comment.
You roll perception.
Okay.
It's not going to be hard. Though.
He's good.
But you have the hourglass, man.
And then I need to have a character sheet open so I can.
I should have just said you heard it well. My God, pointless. Okay, you heard it well. You'll hear a very sort of weak, like half-hearted shout, and it's like someone in common going, "Help! Help!"
Someone needs help.
You can barely make it out, and it's coming from like this sort of area here.
Sorry.
These
North
buildings. The one where I said this was where also there's like one of the buildings like kind of half fallen down by like some sort of explosion or something similar.
Yeah,
yeah, you run over
and start rushing, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of you see where like a section of wall has like fallen over. You can see like a leg sticking out, and you can't see like a face, but you can. It sounds like you can hear the voice going out like, "Help! You, who are you? Please help!"
I lean down, then I look underneath.
Yeah. So you can put out like it basically like resting on like it's not the full weight going on him. It's like kind of half the weight is there's another thing also like trapping him underneath there. So it's more like he's trapped and like actual weight is like crushing his leg.
I use guidance on Alcamenos and.
Okay, this is my time.
Yep, and I also aid him. Or I guess Zeno could have aid.
Yeah, you sort of kneel down, and then this this looks like I have a picture of him. So there you go. He doesn't look quite he looks more like exhausted and terrified for his life.
Ah, like a gentle old man.
Exactly.
With one arm.
And he's gonna appear. He has both arms. He's gonna appear. He's like, "Please help."
Of course, friend.
You okay, Mum?
She's okay. She's okay.
Fucking just drop something like down 2 fights.
She's fine.
She's okay. It wasn't her. No, it wasn't her.
Please help.
I think it's a poll for opening a window.
Please.
I say I will get you out, friend. Do not worry. I'll do like Rob, and I'll try and lift it.
Yeah, you just fuck
out. Super Saiyan lift.
Make a strength check. Oh, you're helping as well, Zeno?
Yeah.
Okay, you do an athletics check.
Do we need athletics checks?
Yeah, you do.
I can lift so much.
I want to see how easy it is for him. Oh, it's pretty fucking easy. He chose for rage.
Yeah, he has a +4 as well.
I feel bad if you rage. I was just like, well, it doesn't change your strength score. That would feel bad, Tom.
Well, I mean, I did the first one.
Okay. So Alcamenos, you just basically just put it on, and you kind of crouch and put it up, and you just kind of almost just throw up the wall, not even so different. Jump to the side. Yeah, you shouldn't have raged if you want to be stealthy.
Yeah, no. I like it.
He just hulks it off, just
it's like he kind of goes into a deep squat and then just kind of straightens up his whole body at once. And
spring just
flies. And it's kind of the ball kind of falls aside, and the guy is still kind of lying on the ground. He's like, "Water, please."
I give him some water, and I also give him a healing hand. So it's it's just I give him 1d6.
That doesn't seem to help.
Does he look like a mad monkey?
To you, no.
To me,
so the health, nor the water, nor the health.
Water seems like he takes, but he's really bad. He's kind of he can't sit up to get to the water. Do you kind of
Okay, yeah, I help him. I help him.
Okay, yeah. He you kind of help you. And he does it gratefully. But then he does this thing you do where if you haven't drank for a long time, he drinks way too much and he kind of spits up all over you. But not all over you, but in the ground at your feet.
Now you have the mad monkey feel.
And he's trying to move, but it's he can he's trying to struggle to his feet, but he doesn't really look strong enough to do it. And he kind of just
easy, friend. What happened to you?
It's we were attacked. I've been days underneath there. He looks like he's really struggling even to talk. It's really hard. He's you weren't tired. They attacked us.
Mm-hmm. Well, something seems.
So he kind of tries. He's kind of half-hearted. Tries to gesture for more water.
Yeah, I give him more. Something seems to have burnt not only them but many of the others here.
That was us. Please.
Do you have knowledge of your companions who seem to have won the battle?
He nods. He's yeah. You gave him more water, right?
Yeah, I gave him more water.
Yeah, he's drinking intently still. And then he takes a big swing. He manages kind of keep it down, and he like kind of struggles not to his feet, but so he's more like kind of sitting rather than like lying flat on his face.
Yeah, I would help him if he tries.
Yeah. And he's like, so what do you say? Do you know about your friends? And he's like, yeah, we they must have survived. When I came to, I was underneath that wall.
How many of you were there?
He's like, he like tries to sing. It's like maybe does like a quick sort of like trying to sing it. 40. We were a large group.
I see.
He's like,
well, they seem to have moved on at least. Yeah, far less than 40.
Far less.
Human body.
You still on a rough glance. It looked to about 30, but sure.
Wait, was that many?
There were that many. I said there were that many. Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear that one. Well, it seems some of your friends survived, but the majority have been lost.
Yeah, as you guys are like ran over to him, because obviously you had to like run through the main bit of plaza and like amongst all the corpses. You notice that most of the corpses seem to just be sort of like. There were a few that looked like bearers, like people who carry belongings. You know, the kind of people you would have on a ship of this size. There were maybe like the vast majority, maybe like about 20 of the 30 people, looked like they were just sort of like mercenaries you would hire for this kind of work, like trying to be like lightly armored, not well equipped, but you know, like done for this job. But you noticed running around like a couple of bodies of what looked to be like wizards wearing like bright red robes.
Ooh, spell books.
But sorry, what's the last thing you asked him? You were like, yeah, that's how he says. Yeah, you said some of your friends survived, right?
Yeah.
And
the majority of them
died.
Are lost, yeah.
Yeah.
Rejoice, friend, you are alive. We will attempt to find your companions if they are still here.
Yeah, at this point, who would know about Richard and Sky? Have you moved closer? Like you saw them.
I moved around on the wall. So
okay, so you're definitely close enough to hear this.
Oh, am I?
From around on the wall, if you're here, they're like it's right there. It's like 30 feet.
Oh, that you guys. Why is the token here then?
Wait, they're here?
They haven't moved yet when they ran.
Yeah, we didn't move it up to be.
They're right there.
Wait, we can
my token. Yeah, but I had no idea where you guys were.
What's sorry, Jacket?
So they're okay, yeah. In that case, okay. Well, shit. Okay. In that case, I would have overheard this whole conversation.
Yeah. Sorry, do you want to say anything now or like?
No. I'm just. I wasn't here for a lot of it, and I'm writing stuff down. So I want to be writing this down eventually, but I can't.
If you hear it all, you, Richard, and Zeno can all make Arcana checks.
Ooh.
Even if you're not trained. You can make nothing.
So good at that. So good at that.
Shouldn't have made yourself be a fish person.
Fucking let's go, boys. Oh.
Okay, 11 and 10 are both high enough for this. Actually, it's very common knowledge.
Oh shit!
5 is pretty bad. The red wizards, as you kind of pass by them, and you like as you see them behind, red wizards are kind of like famous, I guess you could say, for they're not. It's not like a normal wizard would wear like a red, because you would be immediately identifiable as an organization of wizards who call themselves the Red Wizards of the Sea.
It's old school D&D, right? Like,
exactly. Red Wizards were notoriously pretty nasty people. All about like the evil schools of magic, stuff like necromancy, demonology,
in
stuff like that is
stuff. Wizards all identifyingly wear like the color of their alignment in their robes. You can always tell what color, and like I'm sure in like some story, like an evil wizard dresses up as a good wizard and something. But like I don't know, I've like not heard of it happening in any of the stories I've read. It's like
it's very sort of like
it's a pretty dumb thing. So like if someone's a member of the Red Wizards,
you don't dress up as a crip unless you want to get deep shit.
Like, exactly. Yeah. It's like a proper gang.
It's like a proper gang. And Red Wizards, Richard and Sky, you both know, are fabled for being like sort of a bad bunch. Like
is this guy claiming to be a Red Wizard?
No, but you see some bodies of Red Wizards around.
I see.
And were like kind of looked like they were in the group that got attacked.
My friend.
But then Red Wizards are like that. They also are well known to be like a large faction at this point. Like the Red Wizards are like a very powerful group, and they.
absolutely.
And like they would lead.
And like
Yeah,
also like
exactly.
when the wizards have like big gatherings of wizards, like the red wizards go and are like equals there with the like they're not like mortal enemies. They wouldn't go and like yeah, exactly. It's kind of an intellectual difference, but like because they're wizards and it's kind of matters they worship.
My
but
my
they
friend,
they are the bad boys.
Yeah. What position would you say you had in this group?
So what did you say? What position?
Yeah, like what role? Sorry,
role?
what role would you say you had in this group?
I work for them as a scribe, a translator. I can translate the ancient Omuan runes. They needed me here. And they paid pretty well.
In that case, we might hire you again, friend. We have gold aplenty and in need of a translator.
You know, he's incredibly exhausted, but you still see a glint in his eyes. It's like, if you can help me be safe, then it would be my pleasure to help you.
Right.
He's like, do you have any food, perhaps?
I'll leave that to Richard, and I'm gonna.
I gave him a ration.
Scoot around the building to.
He believes it.
I'm pretty sure all my rations that I've used have been given to other people.
Nice. Wait, so what are you doing, Jacob?
So therefore, man,
Scooting around the building, like around the back, and try and.
Okay. Explain those buildings.
Sino, could you see if the wizards still have their spell books?
I guess I can go check. I go check.
You know, could you grave robber over?
I'll hang around then long enough to like overwatch Zeno while he's looting.
It seems that when you check, it's almost like a couple of them are like kind of burnt up a little bit and they like have kind of destroyed stuff, but ones that look like they are untouched by the fire, it looks like all their belongings are gone. Like the wizards don't have a staff, they don't even have like spell components, they don't have pouches, they don't have spellbook, none of that is there. And even the mercenaries and stuff like that are unburnt, they also are missing just like standard weapons as well.
Someone's already looted all this.
Probably their companions.
They have nothing.
Didn't want to leave anything behind. In the end, a spellbook for a wizard is quite important. They wouldn't.
The building seems pretty interesting to you, Jacob.
Wait, all this time I thought Orvex was missing an arm, but no, it's just the way the drawing cuts off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perspective.
Put him
I
on
was
the
hoping
map.
for another dose of the monkey mist.
There you
go.
Whoa.
He's a big boy.
That's what he was.
Okay, I guess I'll return later if I don't find anything interesting.
Okay.
So
he's still like eating some of the rations. So trying to like pace himself food.
The one that recruited you, your leader. Do you know if he survived?
What was your leader's name?
He's like, she. He kind of looks around like I haven't had a chance to look at the bodies. I'd have to see.
A female leader? Preposterous.
Are there any
Her name was
females among the
Zagmira.
dead?
Who are you asking?
Like we have looked at the bodies. I guess Sino, I would ask.
Yeah, I mean they're all like scattered around. It's like pretty fucking like 100 feet long thing. But sure, you have them like just lying.
Not auto, man. This is vanilla. He's got to run around and kick all those.
Yeah, one of the wizards who is dead is female.
Oh, okay. But doesn't seem to have any fancy ropes or anything. It's normal.
No, just normal.
No.
And he's like, sorry.
Gather your strength. See if you can find any other.
What's your leader's name? Or is your leader's name?
Her name is Zagmira.
That name doesn't ring a bell at all, does it?
No.
Nope. Okay.
I look at the other two and I'm like, shall we continue?
Yeah.
Alex?
Stay here, friend.
That's good.
We'll be in earshot.
Okay, I'm gonna cut a long story short, but there's a few buildings. None of the buildings have anything of interest.
I'll just hang around where I am with the works the entire time.
This one was like
A
black
snake
and or
comes
something, right? Like
a couple of them are like kind of charred by what you're getting now from the wizards, like fireballs. You've seen a fireball before, like the effects it leaves on the wall, the soot, that kind of stuff.
Also, I'll get Orvex's backstory and everything from him during this time.
Okay, yeah, I mean, actually ask me, what are you asking?
Okay, yeah, sure. I guess
At this point, since the whole wall behind me has like no gaps in it or anything, so reasonably safe from that side, I'll like jump down on the wall and lean it back and say, "Sorry, I missed some of that while I was catching up. I'm Sky, by the way." I like offer a hand.
Catching up.
Like takes it with a very, very weak grip, and barely is able to like tighten. And he's like, Orvex,
Like, badly wounded. He had a thing on him, right?
It's not more like badly wounded, just like many levels of exhaustion.
Ah.
That's a
Well, shit. Well, I should save that for the Mad Monkey Fever, but no one told me about the Mad Monkey.
No one told you about the Mad Monkey scene.
Like honestly, if it seems like a lesser restoration would help him at this point,
it would definitely help. Wouldn't hurt.
It wouldn't if it seems like he has another...
But like now it could be like he's so bad he could not walk. Like he could not.
I'll cast lesser restoration on him. I say, he seems to be in pretty bad shape, my friend. I don't know how I cast it, 'cause it's this weird charm thing. I put my hand on him and
wait, I thought that was a one-time use. That's not a one-time use.
He got a greater.
I had 6 charges, and I could spend 2 for a lesser or 4 for a greater, and I spent 4 for a greater, but I've had 2 this whole time for a lesser.
You're just using.
Yeah, so well, I mean, like it seems like I can use it on this guy to help him walk.
It's gonna help.
And like, if I knew about the
as you use it. So yeah, you use it on him, and he like instantly like a bit more color goes to his face. And he's like, he speaks a bit clearly. He's like, "Thank you, Sky. You said that was most invigorating."
Oh, not a problem. Been holding on to that one for a little while. So, what was your name?
Orvex Okramanus.
And I get my book out.
Okramanus? Yeah, you get your
book out. I get my book out and can you paste it? Is it somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in a picture? Oh, yeah. Orvex.
I mean, I can do that. There you go. Okramus. Orvex Okramus. Yeah, Okramus, yeah. We call it Okramus.
Like an evil god or something.
I don't know. Your character definitely isn't aware.
So I show him what I've written so far. We discovered Orvex is a survivor of a group of dead in a large wood compound. There seemed to be a fight with one T, and I also made a note that some of them were red wizards. And apparently you were a translator, and we offered you some work. Is that the gist of it?
That about covers it. Yeah.
So who were the group?
There was an expedition funded by the Red Wizards of Say. We were. He kind of looks like he's not sure how much he should say, but then kind of like. Thinks about the situation, you just like all the dead people and like you guys, and you just offer restoration. He's like, we were here searching for a artifact.
This guy continues writing, not mentioning that he was intending to publish this one.
They didn't share with me exactly what we were looking for, but apparently it was hidden in the city.
Coincidence? I think not.
They believed it was. He thinks he kind of like speaks slowly, and you're kind of like lifting your lips, you got spit on it, but it's parched and it's hurting. He talks so much. Like, they believed it to be inside a place known as the Tomb of the 9 Gods.
Tomb of Annihilation.
I only have a staff for one god, though.
Double underline it.
Yeah, 9 gods is
I think back. Was there anything 9-ish about the temple? Or was it like was it? I don't know if it was a temple.
9.
Like assuming, it was like 9. Like you said, I had snakes around the door.
That like temple, no. But I will say, all the graffiti you saw, Chris, there was one of them that said, "Eric, I've gone in search of."
Oh, that's right, Han. I do have that actually written down.
Oh yeah, well.
Notepad file somewhere. I don't actually make it in my session.
Didn't you copy it somewhere? I do.
Yeah,
there we go.
I've
gone and searched the 9 shrines V. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 9 domes. It's the domes.
Got some cubes and a keyboard from
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what he says.
I say the Tomb of the 9 Gods. I write that down and like double underline it emphatically. And I'm like, that is very good to know. I guess we'll have to be on the lookout for that. We are here also in search of presumably the same artifact.
I see.
Trust the.
They will not be happy to hear that.
I should have expected the Red Wizards to want to get a piece of this. It is an artifact of tremendous evil, and we suspect that the Yuan-Ti, I kind of gesture towards the pile of Yuan-Ti, are trying to use it to end the world. In fact, and we're here to stop them.
Just so that we don't gloss over this fact. I'm sorry. But there was like a thing made out of the bodies a bit, right?
Yeah,
Totem pole.
yeah.
Totem
Do you
pole,
try?
yeah.
You can go have a closer look at that as
Yeah, I
you
want
know,
to
like
have a closer
walking
look at
back. Yeah, I think there's a little description here I'm going to read you. Yeah, so you can see a glaive has been thrust into remains of a burned out pyre. Charred snake skulls and blackened inhuman vertebrae kind of lashed to the spear, making a totem pole. On a wall nearby this, a symbol had been dubbed in ash, a snake coiled in a spiral, gripping a circle in its jaws.
Snake growth.
You can make... No, you can't make the religion check. Oh, no, you could on this one, I believe, right? If it was just Yuntai stuff, I said you could, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the snake.
There you go, you can roll a religion check.
Snakes are
They're
my arch
basically,
enemy.
they're basically Naga in World of Warcraft, is what we're fighting.
Exactly.
You're a Naga.
I guess
Nice
I could
one,
also,
boys.
because I'm with Alchemist at this point, so...
Okay, well then also roll.
No, why did it do twice?
No, neither you like are really sure what the symbol's meant to be showing. Sorry,
This
Chris.
marrow.
And,
Whoever did
Um,
this must be.
yeah.
See how much I don't know it.
oh, sorry.
So, yeah,
Okay, you
I-
also don't know.
I gestured towards the pile and said that you want to plan on ending the world. I think that was the last thing I said. With the artifact.
Like,
I explained what the artifact was,
Yeah.
and it was an artifact of evil, and the Yuan-Ti were going to use it to...
He's like, oh, I see. Oh, hopefully, either the Red Wizards or you will get there first.
Yeah, not sure I trust it entirely. No offense, I know they hired you, but the Red Wizards, don't know about that lot. Anyway, now that you've told us it's in the Tomb of the Nine Gods, that's very helpful. Sorry, was this? What happened here? Was this the entire expedition? What was the fight? Did the Yuan-Ti win?
We were. It's like I can't remember how the fight ended. I was thrown underneath by an explosion, I imagine. But we were just at night. We were trying to use this compound as a base of operations, and they attacked us. It looks like they wiped out almost all of us.
But did then the Yuan-Ti pile up their own dead? And is that something they do?
Like, I'm afraid I don't know. I'm just a translator.
That's interesting. How did you become a translator?
He's like,
Daddy.
I was trading the letters when I was young, but I never took much. He's like looking at you like, why did this guy ask me? I never took well to much learning, but I knew the letters well, and I have a fantastic memory. I was able to memorize most of what I read and turn it into other words. How do you say translating? I translate. They told me my letters, but I was not interested in the visiting life.
I'm something of a student of language myself. Well, really, I'm an anthropologist. I like to travel and live with interesting cultures, and that always involves learning that language. So far, I've spent time with the elves and the goblins and the giants, and I was just recovering from the 4 years I spent with the last group when I was funded to come here. And I thought, why not? I'd come see what was in Chult and meet interesting people. Most of whom, I'll admit, I've ended up killing. But
the eyes you wear.
No. But that's only because everything here seems to be so extremely aggressive. Am I wrong? Like, what the hell?
It is a dangerous land, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I vaguely aware before I came, but like I didn't actually. It was a thing people say to encourage tourists, right? But I wouldn't say Jesus. I'd say some relevant goal. Anyway,
we should probably move on.
You kind of like.
We three are still.
Sky was just like getting stuck into this conversation. He was like, "Oh, we're leaving."
How are you?
Like you're leaving? Oh yeah. He's like, I am afraid I'm not sure if I can maybe move, but it'll be slow going.
I don't know what I feel about spending with. How far up in the day is this? Like, we haven't spent that much time walking around.
No, it's maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe even earlier. Not that time.
As much as I don't want to leave you here, I don't know, but our time is short and we can't spend an entire day. Wonder.
When you like leave him, he's like, please don't leave. He kind of like tries to trouble.
No, I'm not starting to leave. Like,
okay, but like but like if you even mention the possibility, like try to struggle to feet, it's like please, no, I can walk if you just.
We shall not
Help.
leave you, friends. It
We're
would
not
not be the
moving
honorable thing
particularly
to do.
fast. We're not moving particularly fast anyway. You can keep up. You're more than welcome to. But fair warning, we might say might. We're almost certainly going to end up fighting something, and it might not be. It might be worse than you auntie.
If the
I'm
walk gets too
adept at
troubling,
hiding.
Good. That
if the
will
walk
serve
gets
you
too
well.
troubling, Zeno or I can carry you.
I see.
Just
I kind of point
Next
towards the snake totem. I'm like, I'm sure you have not seen this yet, friends. Does that look like something your leader would do?
He like looks and he's like, I don't think so. No, I've never seen him do something similar in our travels.
I mean, it's the Red Wizards, so I wouldn't put it past them. But my gut says the Yuan-Ti did it themselves.
the snake symbol kind of gives it off, doesn't it? Like the one painted in ash.
As a tribute.
Perhaps, or maybe that's how they bury their comrades when they fall in combat.
A grisly burial. Well,
Is he kind of yeah. Sorry.
I just wanted to say, let us move forward then.
Okay, yeah, as you start moving and you're kind of starting to leave, he's like, how long have you been in Omu for? How much have you explored?
We actually just we arrived yesterday evening and started exploring now. We haven't explored much at all, just the few houses that was between the entry and the bridge, and then this area is the first one we have explored deeper inside.
Okay, I see. So you have not found any of these shrines yet?
We have not. We have heard of them. There were scribbles on the what seemed to be an outpost of the entrance.
Hang on, let me. Control S. This. Fucking get open.
This guy actually had an iPod this entire time, or an iPad.
Nice.
Okay, one was Fear the Fangs of Rosin C. Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrines. V, that's right. The puzzle cubes are the key. Beware the frog monster. Who is Unk? That one's triple underlined. I'm really puzzled. I ask Orbex.
Who is Unk?
You don't know who Unk is, do you?
He's like yeah, Unk, yes. He's part of the legend of the 9 gods. I was able to learn of him while we were here, actually.
What? I think this is fantastic.
You kind of found it's like, do you not know any of the history of Omu?
We know very little.
Wait, I said wait before you speak. I put a gold coin in his hand.
Okay, you kind of like wait till you say something else in reference to it, or you just like.
I don't know, just point.
Okay, you
takes it.
We know that it is a cursed city. It used to be the glowing jewel of Chult that was cursed by their god to damnation and rapidly fell into gesture. I mean, there's some names and stuff, but that's basically it.
From some inscriptions I found and through exploring some buildings and seeing what I find out, I've learned about there's a legend in Omu of the 9 gods that were once here when Obteo abandoned it. If you'd like to hear it,
I'd love to.
Okay, he as you okay, you kind of pause at this time again. He's like more. No. Okay, yeah, he stops. If you were starting to walk out, he actually stands still while doing it. But he it looks like he's trying to remember it, but he's almost. And when he starts speaking, he's saying it almost like he's reading it from a script. Like his memory is he's going into memory. Yeah. It's really good.
Nice. That's so easy. I just write it down verbatim. I'm just describing it.
Long ago, the god Obteo hardened his heart and vowed to weep for the people of Omu no longer. The rain stopped, the jungles withered and died, and death swept through Omu. One morning, a white Zorbo emerged from a hollow tree and spoke to the dying Omuans. To convince Opteo of their worth, she decided to cook him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked the wily El Mirage to help her. The El Mirage snuck recklessness in the pot, which she saw as a virtue. Adopteo spat out the stew when he tasted it. From that day on, Obolaka the Zorbo and Ijin the El Mirage became terrible enemies. At noon, a brave Kamadan hopped down from her rock. She saw evil in the Umarians' hearts and decided to lance it like a troublesome boil. The Kamadan vanished a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and the crafty Grung stole it. In her rage, Shagambi the Kamadan forgot all about the Umayans and chased Nang Nang the Grung forever across the sky. He's struggling. When evening came, a wily Eblis stepped from his reed hut. He didn't like the Umayans, but without them he'd have no one to play his tricks on. The Eblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Ibteo, but the frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Ibteo,
What the fuck is this?
so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan, the frog-hemoth, returned to Papazotl the Eblis, he chased Papazotl into the swamp with his new tentacles. That night, a Sioux monster broke into Ubteo's palace and stole a pail of water for the Umayans. When the god came running to find it, the Sioux monster hid the pail in a Jakuli's burrow. Ubteo asked the jungle animals where his water was hidden, and Moa the Jakuli was too honest to lie. When Wongo the Sioux monster found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the Jakuli and eat him up. All the while, Unk the flail snail lived deep under the earth. The noise of the other animals fighting made her slither up to the surface, and when day dawned over her shell, the light blinded Ubteo and made his eyes water. Life returned to Omu, and the people built shrines to honor the animals who'd saved them.
Oh.
It takes like a
Okay.
big, like, water, please.
Look, can you just
Water,
paste that? I gave
Yeah,
him
water,
notes like
water.
halfway through.
Yeah,
I give him some.
I
I was like, there was no, my notes just stopped making any sense. I was just fucking
There you
writing.
Please make your message shorter. Too long for Discord.
That's what I get every time I
That's
like make a
half.
post in the fucking guild.
That's the other half.
Gotta break up my.
This sounds like an ancient
Alright.
tale meant to teach a lesson. But
He's like,
Omu fell but a few hundred years ago.
He's like, tale, yes, but this apparently was meant to happen within the past century.
It's scarce to believe.
This is.
It's picked up a lot of embellishment given
Unk.
the brevity.
Unk is named Frail Snail.
Yeah, did we kill Unk?
He like looks at you like.
I
don't think so.
gestured towards Xeno's shield. We killed a flail snail a few weeks ago.
He's like,
I don't think
believe
that's the
all
same.
flail snails are unk. I believe.
Yeah, but
they
like
are just
maybe that
flail."
one was.
He kind of thinks like, I suppose there's a possibility.
Could
It was among the weaker creatures we fought. Like.
But shit, it was so tasty though. Damn.
But he's like, these 9 gods, the shrines they have to them.
do they have guardians?
He's like, I am not sure we were searching for them, but we were planning to, but like I said, this was meant to be our base, and we were attacked before we could set out on searches.
Hmm.
I believe he kind of takes briefly. He's like, it was said that we needed to visit them before entering the tomb. They have some key that it needed to unlock it.
Interesting. Well, that makes sense.
There's gonna be a lot of work in this place. It seems. Many mysteries.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It was merely a jest, right, Sky? That we slew and ate a god. I could never forgive and look my elders in the eye if it were to be true.
What if it was an evil god?
Unk doesn't sound evil. Unk saved everyone. I mean,
Unk?
I don't.
You never know.
It was a god. I think it
So
would have
do
been a
what?
harder fight if it were a god, but I can't say for certain we didn't kill Unk.
I tend to believe the same, but we are mighty.
We are pretty strong.
We are.
I'm pretty strong.
Did you not see me lift?
We should make sure we find Unk before we leave here, so we can be sure that we didn't kill Unk, and probably also apologize at the same time. Xeno especially, because of the shield.
And for the eating of one of his...
Yeah.
Mm.
I think we actually might not have eaten it. I think it might have been poisonous or something.
I'm pretty sure we didn't eat that one.
I made a snail soup, I think.
You eat
Okay,
everything. Come on, even if it was poisonous.
Okay, we had soup. Man, I should have kept like a food log of like the various creatures we ate.
Just...
Damn. Just, you know, task Squid with it. He's like watching or / rewatching everything, you know, make him...
I mean,
Squid, if you make-
we
could
have
you
like
make
a
a
list
list of
here.
everything we've
Creatures
eaten
and
there,
monsters,
please?
right? Like, we ate like 90% of that, I'm pretty sure. Except for the stone golem and stuff.
I mean, you know, rock soup. Okay, yeah, so I make a note. We must visit the Nine Shrines to retrieve the key in order to enter the Temple of the Nine Gods, which is where we'll find us. Okay, I say, well, I'm happy to be moving on.
You know it's like as long as we go slow.
I gave him another gold.
Excellent.
I roll my eye when you give him the third gold, and like, I just like get the gold dragon amulet out and just like put it round his neck, and then kind of like look pointedly at
He's like, oh,
you know,
that's nice.
at our command.
Kind of like test it
We-
to make sure it's real gold.
We paid the man.
Well, I mean, our last transactions with the humans went so terribly wrong. I just...
He looks scared again.
Trying to improve my PR, so to say.
Look, I turn to the translation and I say, look, if you just refrain from trying to kill us, I swear we'll do our best to keep you safe. Honestly, if 90% of the things that we'd come across had just stopped trying to kill us when we told them to stop trying to kill us, it would have just been so much easier for them.
Such doubt. Okay, it's like, it sounds good to me.
I'm just reading through the story real quick.
Yeah.
But there's no mention of a snake, right? So
Snake. I mean, like for instance, these animals that if you're not sure what they
They're not
are,
really
like
familiar
stuff
with
like a Zorbo I described for Chris. I knew about that.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Kamadan,
Rule.
no, hops down. It can't be.
Kamadan is the thing you saw before, or you fought before actually. So you could have.
Oh, those weird things.
Kamadans are
Oh,
the things
shit.
like the leopard with like
Which ones?
snake heads.
Yeah,
Which
gotta-
ones? Can you like
the cat
show them?
things or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, I'll see if
But near
the
if we fought them near the mine that turned out to have nothing in that we didn't go into, I think.
Yeah.
Kamadan.
Between like the frost,
Oh
the frost.
yeah, I mean that looks kind of godlike.
Good thing,
No,
good
wait.
thing, good thing, Tom.
Ah, okay.
That's a Kamadan.
Yeah, I remember it now.
Yeah, for instance, like if you guys want to know like what an Almavage is,
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
please.
that.
Okay. I just hope we didn't kill any of these.
Eblis we definitely
We
killed.
know what it is. Kamadan, we know what it is. At least we know what it is.
Almavage you don't, right?
What's a soup? What's a soup?
Again, roll stuff if you want to know what these things are.
What do you want me to roll? Nature?
Nature, all of these.
Fuck. I
This is
didn't-
for a Sue monster. Okay, no one wanted to roll for the Almavage. Okay, fine.
I can roll for Amarach as well. I'm
Okay,
just
so
gonna roll for this.
that's
first.
you can know what it looks like. You don't really get any details with a 10. You can like know what it looks like. Oh, I'll show you get the handout.
Yep.
I mean, you can know like the picture shows like enough that you need to know. That's a Sue monster.
What the fuck?
What the
What? It's like an undead monkey thing?
Like a
It's like
vampire
bats
monkey?
thing.
It's like a cunning primate, yeah.
It's like a vampire bat without wings.
Look at those teeth.
Yeah, it's big teeth.
Okay, for the other
does anyone
creature?
roll for the Amavage? Anyone who wants
I
to
think-
Amavage?
Yeah, no, not yet. Okay, I'm doing it now.
Only if they're like
Ooh.
sea related at all, otherwise.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jack. I'm with you. These are much cuter. They look kind of like rabbits. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's like
Oh!
unbelievable.
I remember
cute.
these. I remember
Oh,
these.
it's so cute.
Oh,
She
God.
saw, and this saw recklessness as a virtue. Oh, how cute.
I love that like one person knows this and is describing it to everyone. else.
and you're like, oh my god, that sounds adorable.
I'm using.
And guys, like it's like the cutest thing. Like seriously.
No, I'm using
Uh,
is it prestige?
Oh, Jacko, you could roll a
Prestidigitation. I don't know what it's
Prestidigitating.
You
called.
could,
Yeah.
anyone who wants to know about a Fogamuth or Fogemuth, you can also roll for that, Jacko.
So okay, Richard, when you bring back Snow, don't make him a bird. Make him this.
It's very tempting.
Fogemuth rolls now. You have 20. You have 5 seconds to roll. 5.
Wait, opening again.
Jacko, you get all these. 4, 3,
Nature, bam.
2.
Oh, so close.
Come on, guys. Neither you other guys roll. This is a fun picture. Whoa, Chris.
1.5.
Nature.
Well, they fucked. It's like it's 11 there.
You have +3. You can't be.
Your group's anthropology.
Well, there's like
A Fogemuth.
27 different creatures.
No, this is the only one you don't know.
Fine. Let's go. Show me the frog.
Maybe the only one. I don't know if you know what a
I'm
jack is.
assuming
It's gonna be the frog monster. That we
It's a
gotta beware
big
of.
frog monster. It's like the size of an elephant.
Oh, gotta beware that.
Oh my fucking
Oh my
god.
god!
Rabbit could take him,
Tentacles
though.
indeed.
Scratch Rabbit makes note of this.
Ejaculi. Anyone want to roll for Ejaculi? I mean, I can just maybe I should assume you know these things.
I'll
Oh,
roll
no.
for Ejaculi.
Oh,
Got
okay,
22
this is
back.
interesting.
I'm assuming
Chris,
it's
this one is
jackal
important to
combined
you.
with a
This one,
lion.
it's similar. It looks like what the those snakes that you saw on that building
Ooh.
standing over the lava.
Oh.
Interesting.
It looks almost from what I mean, okay, you should actually know, but you rolled nature to try to know what that as. Those creatures you see, now you think back and you've been told the name, you're like almost convinced what you saw.
Ah, the Ejaculi. That makes sense.
And
Are
I can
they
even,
strong
and I guess
boys?
with trait 2, you should actually know vaguely what they are. They, yes, it's like a 15-foot long snake that can alter the color and its like texture of its scales to camouflage itself. And they're found in like often reinforced in dungeons and stuff. Often the skin is used for like magic items and like
Sorry.
cloaks invisibility and stuff.
Often found in rainforests and dungeons.
Yeah, it says that. Preferred habitats of rainforests and cool dungeons. I didn't make the rules. I
Interesting.
did follow them.
I mean, there's a
This
very
is
two different-
literally a rainforest.
And
like
that is all the animals. There you go.
I
That is
also
all the
like it
animals.
that in like the Dungeon universe, like dungeon is a habitat, right? It's
Yeah.
just like,
Okay,
There's
so yeah,
dungeons
Chris.
everywhere.
The most interesting is that you recognize that, but other than that, you
Spotted
guys know all those creatures, or enough that you can everyone can describe them. Cool.
Wait,
Retrospect.
are we gonna end here? By the way, I kind of gotta go.
It's an hour early.
What?
Is it an hour early?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started
We're-
9, 5 to 9.
Oh, I'm crazy. Yeah, no, you guys are right. I don't. Sorry, no, I don't have to go yet. I
I
need to go. I need to go. I need to go at the time we'd end. I just thought for some reason I got that in my head. I thought for some reason we're ending an hour.
Well,
early.
I mean, if it's that going that slowly, it hurts.
No, no.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So yeah, those are all the animals you know. Anyone saying? Okay. Sorry. I know that was a bit out of game because I had so many rules and shit to show you. But yeah. Back in game. Boom.
Oh,
He
we're
told you
up
that
to
story.
this.
You were heading somewhere. Where are you walking, by the way?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask. Which building are we
Swiss going.
serving next? Which did your group have time to survey anything, or did you immediately go here?
He's like, we surveyed the buildings up to here as we walked past them, but there was nothing, or no shrines, nothing like that. When we came here, we were making it safe when we were attacked before we could venture further. He's like, kind of thinks like, he's like, yeah, the buildings to the south are the only ones we have checked.
I see. Well,
There's another
Who's doing it
walled
now?
compound across the streets. Perhaps we should investigate that. Please, Arkman wants to go.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you'd start walking there? Or, like, you know?
I look towards it
mm.
and I look back.
I look at like the extremely thick jungle right here. Like,
Mhm.
can't see shit through here, right? Like, it's really.
No, but when you were up on the thoroughfare and you were there, you could see there was like a building there.
Yeah, I know there's a building here, but we can't see shit.
Oh, you
like,
can't make out
what's
detail
on the
of that
ground
building,
here.
no. Nothing more that you can see from the picture here, which is a fair amount of detail.
Yeah. Hmm. I see no reason to rush there. We could also always go around where the foliage is less thick.
I suppose it could not hurt. So let's. Well, when we enter here, maybe we can like investigate this quickly. Like go walk like this.
Yeah, we could do.
Okay, Okay, so yeah, you start heading that way. Just move the token if you start walking that way.
I do not have control over the.
Alright,
It's
Chris,
on the sky.
you want to move?
We want to move.
Mom, wanna
Yeah.
Got all
go?
these fucking animals open in the way. Go. Right. We're
We're going like over here.
over here. So like back up onto this thing.
Yeah.
I don't even get down off this thing.
You have to like climb down off all the other stairs points. No, you can climb down. It's fine.
Sure.
Safest time. Maybe they wanted to go around. They didn't want to have to cut through
Yeah,
the
we-
jungle.
You go like that.
Richard. But Richard's
Richard,
Yeah,
Richard
Richard
doesn't want
eye.
to cut through the jungle.
Fine,
Yeah.
So we're gonna go like up.
But
here.
yeah, a little check around.
Cut through this jungle instead. I like it.
I think. Do you want to check out the buildings as you pass them or not?
We stuck out in this one already, so I guess we'll.
Yeah, you did. I think.
Yeah, we
we'll
haven't
like
looked at.
just walk past these ones to see if anything happens.
Nothing happens as you walk past them.
That's, you know,
You
They
know.
don't explode. There's no froggy
Alright,
myth.
this is the one we want to check out.
The
do
piggy
we
bank house.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Have to do map stuff.
Does it have a lot of gold in it, Ian?
Yeah, so much.
Such gold.
Yeah, such
So
gold.
much gold. Okay.
Wow.
It's another dragon.
1 sec. I have
Well, I
to.
could do for another dragon fight actually.
You could do for another dragon. You're greedy.
We were so lucky.
That was good fun. Yeah.
Nah,
do you
we
have
played,
another
we played
dragon
it
blessing?
badly. We played it
Nice.
badly.
Played it pretty badly. Okay,
Played
I
it
I
believe.
mean,
So
the fact
badly.
that you attacked the dragon and I got hit for it, that kind of triggered me. Good.
You know, this stuff happens.
It
Oh,
did
excuse
attack
me, I
us,
could-
you know, as
Not
well.
my fault. Not my fault. Can't blame me.
Advanced fog of war, the shit that was terrible, right?
Think so, yeah.
Okay. I think. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. Okay, that's fine. You guys, where are you? You're probably all on the battle map near each other, right? Perfect. I can drag you in like that. Control C.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, baby. A map. A new map.
Ooh, baby, baby. Oh.
A proper map, not just a blank sheet.
You guys see shit?
Always get a proper map, man. Come on. I'm still on the same map.
Oh, yeah,
Square,
yeah.
are you trying to
What's
say something with this linked meme?
he saying?
The DM when the party of mother hoes actually start to roleplay. Don't do that, don't give me hope.
You guys will play? Crazy. Alright, you guys see shit?
Okay.
Oh.
You guys see shit? Look at this map. Top, middle.
Yeah.
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 I just have black screen.
Oh yeah, I given Tom's token side and no one else had it for some reason.
Thanks,
it's
yeah.
like we're not trying to fix yours. All players see light, had sight. Perfect. Oh, I can give you all had sight. Alright, Jacko, let me know if you can suddenly see.
There be lights.
I see nada.
Let me see if Chris suddenly sees.
Oh, I see.
Okay, Jacko, you saw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
I'm
Richard, you
trying.
see?
I'm trying to see if I can see, but my roleplay is my Roll20 is being really weird.
My roleplay is a bit weird.
Yeah, can't disagree.
Cannot disagree.
Let me see if I have a handout for you guys to show what it looks like as well, or if it's just like this. I think it would be nice if they gave
Is
me.
this
It
one of
would-
the plants?
I can see a sliver of a star up here.
Wait, you guys can see shit now? Oh, no, that makes sense actually. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
We're on the. Okay, there it is. Now I found it.
Star means something.
That's fine. That's fine. Star's fine. Okay. Yeah. So you guys gonna get close, and this is. Yeah. You have this sort of like weird, like a circular shaped building in front of you. But yeah. How if you guys are like walking carefully, but not really quietly, right? You're just walking like normally, yeah.
Yeah, we're being careful and like having our eyes out if something pops out of the
Having
woods.
your eyes out. Okay. Everyone roll perception then,
Nice.
and I'm gonna.
How
do this
can we do that with
publicly
our
just
eyes out?
With disadvantage, like so.
Mhm.
Kamara, as you say, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm also disadvantaged.
But is it pure?
Yeah, no.
Is it purely visual perception?
Oh,
It's enough that he
Like,
has disadvantage.
what are these rolls? I keep rolling so bad.
Yeah.
Here's Arco will win.
Stop it.
I rolled perfectly.
They were
average.
real good on that
Yeah,
stealth.
they're all pretty good, yeah.
I mean,
See,
they
as you
deserve
guys
it
are
at the
getting
beginning,
five.
so-
And you guys like start to like basically approach the shrine.
Through the shrine, he says.
I mean, you would have figured it out. I feel. Yeah, these creatures were like these Kamadans that were hiding basically close behind the wall on either side. Jump out and attempt to ambush you.
Ah, we've been ambushed.
Exactly.
Hey, they attempt.
This is a
And
problem
they
with
succeeded.
that.
Did you guys not see the?
When we were doing this on the big map, I could emphasize how far away I was from the party at all times, and now we're on a map. I'm like,
too bad. Right,
Well,
and you
Zeno's
also can't
already
get
front,
further
so,
away. Chris. You can't get further away. This is the limit.
It's an invisible wall.
And yeah, let me move these onto the token layer.
Your god is
the whole
powerful.
day carefully staying as far back as you can, and the moment the battle starts, it's like, damn.
Damn it!
Fine.
Damn it! If you think this will be threatening in a fight that your life depends on, you can argue with me more.
Yeah, no.
Everyone roll initiative.
It's like I might threaten my other arm.
Orvex runs immediately. Somehow he's off the map.
Nice.
Okay.
You manage it, Chris, when you don't manage. What can I say?
He is magic. I literally moved my token around before quick initiative. I have no idea why it didn't show up on.
What are these rolls?
I'll just roll again and add the correct number.
Yeah, he's gonna fuck these things up anyway, don't you worry. That's everyone, right? Except for Zarka, I'm not gonna forget you.
Ooh.
I never do that.
Never.
Okay, look at her rolling the highest. Okay, but they do get their attacks with a surprise round. Okay, this one jumps at you, Richard. Put you on the far right.
Ooh, great voice, I forgot.
Because I was randomly put
these
there
guys
when
get to
you.
sleep back, I forget. Alright, well, okay. You can be in like a line or like, as long as you're on the map, arrange how you'd actually be. What, would you be like fucking that or some shit? There you go, Chris. You can even be there. That makes you feel better.
Great,
But he's the second tankiest member.
That's how you would walk, right? No joke.
No, what?
No, but to like enter this area.
Okay, maybe.
Alright,
If we're all together on a map, yes.
You can be like over here by yourself if you really want.
Nah, I don't really. It's like, yeah, fuck it. Just sleep.
Good, you don't give a
I
shit.
can take
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. I guess I'll like run out and like jump out in and try to sleep breath you. Makes sense. Okay, so everyone make a DC 12 con saving throw.
This is before lunchtime, right?
You can't be slept, right, Richard, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, you're right. I can't be slapped.
This is
Richard breathes it in hard, so everyone else gets a
you guys, Zeno, unless you fuck up, everyone's hanky-dory.
It's a con save, right? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so loud.
Oh my god, his shield's gonna explode.
No, this doesn't count out.
It's not a spell.
It's a
Yeah,
spell
it's
like
a natural
effect, right?
Is it a spell
No,
like
that's
effect?
only spells.
No,
Only spells.
It exhales sleep gas? That's not a spell like effect.
Yeah, spells or spell tags, basically.
Nah.
That's spells.
Shield's
Alright,
gonna get an
Tom, then
advantage,
roll
right?
Constitution. No.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
my
you
god,
failed.
never.
Tom
I keep
falls
rolling
asleep.
so bad!
Tom falls asleep. Okay, this one. Fun to the fun. Does it attack Tom because he's down?
Nah.
And then he wakes up. It will attack Alcomendos. Or it could reach this. No, I won't do that.
They're doing it at the same time, Ian. Why would they?
What? Yeah,
Why
so
wouldn't-
it's
why
easy.
wouldn't
Falls
they?
They're ambushing at the same
Okay,
time.
yeah, you're right.
Why
It
would they
sleep
both?
it well. You're right. Bam! Everyone do it again.
No,
Yeah,
okay,
they both
everyone.
do it.
Hey, I'm
I'm
already asleep. I don't have to
aching
roll.
for a
You are twice asleep. You had 2 actions to wake you up.
That sounds bullshit again to me.
Alcomendos, you fail.
Ooh, so close to not.
Oh
failing.
no, we lose our tank, boys. GG. Rip.
This one doesn't reach me though, right?
Its arca passes. It's 30 feet.
I'm just gonna keep rolling 17s on every roll this fight and just be fine. It's my number.
Okay,
I
cool.
just-
And you can't. So cool. So it's just you two in the front. Okay, Azarka's turn. Azarka. Nah, she would have been. She's always in my type form. She runs up around,
Isn't this... Prize round.
And- claws it. No, she bites it. Then claws.
But I mean, no, but oh yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah. it's okay.
And because it's like kind of silly to be where I am, I'm gonna just randomly determine. Okay, this is where.
Okay, if you don't like being in that square.
No,
Okay,
no.
She hits this Kamadan.
If I'm like with the party, I should be in one of those.
It's not a humanoid,
She's
and then
in
she bites
tiger
it.
form? Oh, she's tiger from Brimley now.
Hybrid form. No, tiger form is like straight up your tiger. That's crazy. Okay. Yep, she hits it twice. Sky, your turn. You're fine. The 2 frontliners are falling asleep.
Yes. I will. It's fine. Wait. Is it? We fought this before, right? I remember it being a kind of shaky, wakey, sleepy, right? Like
Yeah, it's a shaky wakey, sleepy weepy.
Dude, you know what's a good alarm clock? An exploding arrow.
Oh,
That'd be pretty good. Yeah, you could hit 2 of them with it just for a little bit of damage.
Gonna hit a lot of us, but it's gonna hit everyone except me. But like,
okay, everyone except you. Okay, it's quite a lot.
Couldn't you just hit this square and hit Alcamenos?
yeah, but if I don't shoot one of them, then I lose the damage from the arrow, and that's like
A lot of damage.
The damage from the arrow is a lot more than the 2d6. So like,
But you might just miss anyway.
might just miss
What more
anyway.
than the D6?
Well, it's like d8 plus.
All right,
5.
come on.
It's like Okay. I will. Yeah, I'll just fucking shoot this one.
Okay.
Disadvantage, longbow. 14.
14 hits.
Hey, look at that. Okay, let's do that.
11,
And
nice.
then
Yeah.
let's go boom. 8.
And who's this on?
Everyone within 10 feet of him.
Okay,
don't-
and is there a way to avoid it?
No, this is just four damage.
Damage. Alright. You two in the front, which you take it.
As is a Zark.
Yeah, I did that.
Cool. And actually, this one as well.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
Everyone
Okay.
except me.
Everyone
so we take
Uh,
how much damage?
8.
8
Ow.
damage. And then I will shoot that one again. Nope.
Sorry, my
That
Ezra
misses.
just grabbed out.
The mad one.
So we
It's
took the
not this
damage. Are we woken? Or...
Yes.
Yeah, you have awoke. You are so woke.
Sick.
So,
Okay. That's your turn or are you moving?
No, I'll stay here.
Okay.
No, I'll move here.
Oh.
ooh.
Now I can't
Thank you,
pounce
guy.
at you, Chris. You genius. You had to move 20 feet to
I
battle. I was going to have it
didn't-
back up, then run. And now I can't do that without the teleportation. Wait, but you're not fed anyway.
I mean, I have a bow. Like,
Oh, wait, but don't you have a claw attack with your...
I do have a claw attack.
Yeah, so you always fetch it, don't you?
Well,
You
but
have a
like,
ton of
it's
heal
only
attack.
claw attacks. It's not really that.
Like, listen.
But no, it would you it would 11.
Does not hit.
Okay, then the snakes on its shoulder attempt to bite you. 19.
19 hits.
Roll damage. Roll your con.
Roll damage. Okay.
I roll damage.
Con
Ooh,
save.
look at that poison.
Oh, I don't have disadvantage. It's still 11. Fuck. So I take full of that. Ooh, ow.
Yeah,
That's
25 damage. It's a lot of poison.
A lot
Holy.
of poison. Youch.
He's tanky, don't you? Right? Tanky.
66 poison damage? Jesus Christ.
These guys bite. That's it. Son of Richard, your
These
turn.
guys bite.
These guys bite you, boys.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, this guy's fine.
Yeah, but I think they're like critting on this, so that's where it's really dangerous. The snakes attack it,
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah,
when
yeah.
he's asleep. They're like snap their fingers, baby.
Yeah, let's see here. I am going to just shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Classic, yeah. I mean, it looks. The one in front looks fucked up already due to like 2 hours and a Zarko attacking it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at that one.
Technically.
I mean, your arrow scared it.
Yeah, I mean, scary arrow.
12?
I can't see, but 12 misses.
Don't know about that one.
I'll believe that you rolled a 12. Though. Why would you lie?
Why would I lie about that? 23? Does that hit?
Why am are you guys
He's
seeing
lying
this?
about this. No, I see.
Wait, why does it only do D10 and not the plus?
Oh, it doesn't do
Plus
anything to me.
It shouldn't be
D10
8, it
minus.
should be 11. It should
It
be 11.
should be
now.
11. Okay, I'll believe that you rolled 11 and try to refresh roll 20 so it shows up first. Oh no, there we go. Just my god, that was slow.
Yeah, I can't
Shut up
see
immediately for me.
that.
Really?
Why is
Okay.
it D10 plus nothing?
Because you've done it wrong. Okay, that's your turn. I'll commend that's your turn. You figure it out before your next one. Oh, actually, I'll give you a kind of sheet and fucking do it. Don't
Stand
touch
up.
anything.
I've done it now.
I stand up. I
Yes.
choose not to rage for 2 reasons. One, I've just
Kick out.
come out of a sleep. I'm still rubbing the sand out of my eyes. 2, they did mostly poison damage anyway, so I can't resist that.
Mhm.
And
Genius,
I strike.
What a logical boy you are.
Alright, smart boy. I don't have advantage. Sorry, 21.
I mean, you could reckless and do it. Okay, again, I'm not seeing it. It's very slow for me, but whatever. Yep, you roll 21. That hits.
For 8 damage.
Okay. It's not the biggest damage roll, my friend.
Yeah, no. Okay.
8 damage. It's pretty fucking low though. It's pretty fucking low.
24.
Again, that is so fancy.
10 damage.
Oh, that's exactly enough to.
It's exactly lethal.
Actually, it's these things don't die immediately, but they're little key cats. I feel bad for them. It's bleeding out on the ground. Much better. Zeno, your turn.
I mean, that has roll an injury, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Zeno, my friend. Unless Aquanos, you're moving.
Yes.
You are? Okay. Okay, we'll change to also play. Have you moved?
Yeah. I moved down.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh it. Tom, do your turn. Why refresh?
Okay, so only the left
Only
right
the
one's
right
alive.
one is alive.
Yeah. Okay. This is a bit. Sorry, this is a bit
Hey,
annoying.
I see all your rules now.
Hey, I didn't lie, see?
Nah, I'm just gonna stand up, move to down and smack with Max.
Classic. You're using the Bob, right?
The what?
Bob.
The axe named Bob.
The axe that bobs.
The axe, the bob.
It's named
yes,
Bob.
Sure.
You know? That misses.
So close to 20.
What is
Yeah.
up with my fucking? That's my
misses.
turn. This rolled
Okay.
below 10 whole session. Everything.
It's camera down. It's
Oh.
Dead.
axe. Wait, no, this one's dead. Zarka. Zarka's like, it's been defeated. She runs over and bites. And she look at her with the DPS. She misses. She hits though for 11 with her claw. Okay. Sky, your turn. Survive around you. Now you're in the midst of a martial melee magnitude.
Yeah, in
Feel
extravaganza.
manly as shit.
Very catty.
I'll shoot it with my bow.
Okay. From in 5 feet, you have disadvantage again, Chris.
23. Who cares?
8. You deal 8 damage.
Oh.
The second one though.
Oh, second one misses.
It doesn't matter that I hit disadvantage.
Exactly.
It bites you back, Chris.
Fucking better not, Ian. Oh, hey, I'm not even fucking done with my turn yet, Ian.
No, you're not? Okay.
No, I'm gonna fucking action surge
Oh my god.
and shoot it
Okay.
with my bow.
Oh, that's the
Well,
same roll.
similar.
Wow. Okay, you deal 6 damage. And another attack.
Still alive? What?
Mhm.
Fucking die, you piece of shit.
15. It survives.
What?
And it attacks you, Chris.
I still have my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
But hang on, maybe I want an arcane shot on that second one. No, I
Okay.
don't really.
Okay.
Yeah, 2d6 poison damage. Oh, maybe it's immune to poison. No, I won't.
Okay.
I will use the action.
Okay.
So, sorry, not action surge, the second wind.
Yeah, second one.
10
Okay,
plus
so you're
6,
for 9. Okay, and now it finally gets to try to bite
Please
you.
crit, please crit, please crit.
17
17 does hit, yes.
for 6 damage.
Ouch.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
And then the
Almost.
snakes. 22.
It hits, yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
That's like
Ooh.
almost. That's so
Now,
much
these
damage.
things,
30.
Man,
Six.
shit fucking... That takes me down if I don't pass
Whoa,
this con save.
really? Wow.
Woo.
Man.
Oh, you're fine.
That
You only
is
take
fast.
22 damage total.
Yeah, ow. What the hell? So there's 36 are hard as 18.
And then it looks like terrified, kind of, but you know, it's sad about you, right? But it
I just like
can't
look at it. It's like it like bit me, and I just look.
Bastard.
I'm not even down.
Richard, your turn.
Yeah.
Eldritch, the classics.
Yeah.
Hit for 4. Nice. It should be plus your. Is that...
Yeah, it is. I rolled a 1 on damage.
And then you miss. Excellent. Classic, Richard. Oh, Commandos, your turn.
He's a healy boy, not necessarily damage boy.
Exactly.
I try and put it out of his misery.
They both hit. Like you do both 2 at
Oh,
once.
16 damage on the
Okay,
first
so
one.
it survives the first one. Second one
And 10
brings it to the
damage.
ground. There you go. Right. And yeah, it is on the ground. It's also starting to bleed. Are you killing or leaving?
I do non-lethal. No, I
do
do lethal. I
non-lethal?
mean, I do.
Okay,
lethal.
but are you finishing it once it's down bleeding or?
No,
Okay. What about the other
Yeah.
one, you guys? You in that one?
I say it. Turns out these shrines have guardians. Indeed.
Yep. Who would have thought? Ow, those things really hurt. Like that poison. Ow! Where's that healing potion?
Let's not waste the healing potion when we're not in combat, please. And I heal him for 6 plus d6. So healing light and healing hand.
Okay, wow, spreading them all out.
Yeah. So now I use. So
That's not often he gets to use it on Sky, you know. So
That's true. That's true.
8. Nice. Where's that healing potion?
Okay. Now you have been ambushed by them. I will now read you the description. So, a ruined shrine stands at the heart of this walled compound. Tall monoliths flank the entrance that you're standing right next to, decorated with images of a jaguar with 6 snakes sprouting from its shoulders. A stone door is set into the shrine below, into the shrine beyond. So there's a door. I don't know why you can just see straight through, but there's a door there. Yeah, there you go.
what is it?
So yeah, basically here, these two things, these like stone monoliths are like 15 feet tall, and they're like draped in vines. And there's like quite extravagant carvings with like again like some sort of like odd like kind of runes written into them.
Look at Sky and say, "Are you ready to continue?"
I'm like eyeing the healing potion at your belt, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
We could take a short rest.
No, let's at least explore this part of the temple. It's right there.
Where was the carvings?
They're in these like monoliths here. And
Okay,
Orvex
I
is kind
would
of like,
ask,
looking at it interestingly.
Yeah, I would ask. I can't say his name. What is his name?
Orvex.
Kovacs. I would ask him to if there are anything interesting.
He has like a small knife, like not really even a dagger. He used to like scrape off some of the vines, and he says, "This says that Shagambi teaches us to fight evil with honor." And as he kind of the bits he scraped off, you can kind of see there's like a picture of like almost a Shagami, like a Kamadan like the one you did forward, like almost like overseeing or watching Chultans as they like fight with spears and swords or like train almost. It's hard to like you don't see blood, but like it's like almost like ranks of people when it's like overseeing them.
She teaches fighting with honor, but the beasts ambushed us and tried to make us fall.
Nothing honorable with that.
Perhaps they viewed us as dishonoring their temple merely with our presence. If you saw an opponent in a shrine holy to your people, would you not simply attempt to deal with them? No, you'd probably go in and
I would indeed. I would usually declare my intent before engaging them.
Well, your strength is in your strength. Maybe their strength is in their stealth. They did not wish to surrender their greatest advantage.
I cannot see the divine ways, I suppose.
Well, could be that they're somehow corrupted.
Possible.
The fact that they carry snakes on their head, you know.
The god also carries snakes on his head.
Yes, but I would not trust a god necessarily that chooses to just depict themselves like that.
Regardless, what about the other totem statue or what things are? Does it say anything interesting there?
He kind of like checks this one, and he's like, "It's the same. Yeah, members of each other."
Well, let's explore the temple.
Okay, so you go up like the door. There is a door. You can't see straight like you do. It's not locked, but it's very heavy. It's like on the hinges. It's very, very heavy.
Good thing Alcamenos is a strong boy.
This one is just about combined strength score. Alcamenos, you yourself, just by yourself, are not strong enough to push it open unless your strength is high. What's your strength?
It's only 18.
Yeah, you're not strong enough to push it open by yourself.
Sino, help him out.
Yeah,
you're also a strong boy.
Can I dex it open?
Nope. Together, the two of you are able to push it through, and there are steps downwards leading into a room.
I step down.
Okay, I have something new to read as you step down.
Dragon Balls.
So, okay, steps descend into a 15-foot-high, moss-covered room. 4 statues of Umayan warriors stand in alcoves either side, overlooking a barred gladiatorial pit in the floor. Each statue looks like it was meant to hold a spear, but its weapon is missing. On the far side of the chamber, a stone pedestal stands conspicuously bare. A relief on the wall behind it shows a monstrous jaguar with 6 snakes protruding from its shoulders, fighting off a squat, frog-like humanoid armed with a spear. To the left of the relief is a narrow tunnel with stairs leading down.
But it's open?
Yeah, stairs leading down. It's open over there. Yeah. Sky, are you still outside, or are you actually going?
I'm waiting for.
I'll hang around over here for now.
Okay, yeah. So these stars are the those statues.
Some of them don't have weapons.
Each statue looks like it was meant to hold a spear, but its weapon is missing. All of them, yeah.
I recognize those circles with stars in them.
The classic.
Okay, I'll say cannot shake the feeling that this room contains one of these puzzles we've heard about. But the other exit is open to us.
Well, Vex is in here, by the way, but kind of like behind Richie.
I could always search for magic, but it will take a bit of time.
I think that might be wise, indeed.
Yep, I start detecting magic. Actually, I'll walk outside first.
Walk outside and start detecting.
There's lines on the floor right here. That's nothing, right?
That was underground. There's like a room that goes past there, basically, or a tunnel. It's nothing on this level, no. You see, like, yeah. And yeah, this is like bars underneath the pit. Bars you could technically fit through.
This was like an empty.
That's like, it looks like it's like a pedestal. It's if you inspect it, if you're like, you're looking at it right, yeah, you're like close inspection. You see the top of it. There's like a stone hatch. That's like basically like shut and it could like open.
Could open.
Could open, yeah. There's like a thing where it would like open.
I'll try and open it.
Okay. Any physical attempt to force open the hatch?
Just fucking enter.
No, it's fine. Okay, okay, yeah. As you try to force it open, there is a slight like hiss, and cloud of gas is kind of it seems to be like pushed out from like basically in front of you, like this relief that's the picture of the Camadan fighting the Grung. And make a DC 12 saving throw.
I'm already all gassed up, so Constitution, right?
Yeah. Okay, so you take 7 damage. That's already halved.
Is it like burning or?
More like poison. Poison. Sorry. Yeah, and it's like kind of escaping in front of you, but like it kind of immediately kind of like goes away. Yeah. As you kind of step back, you can already see like the air sort of like clears out.
Okay. And I see where in the relief it came from?
Yeah, as you kind of check and you saw what happened, you notice like just all over the relief there's like tiny holes.
Probably will happen again, right?
Only one way to find out.
Well, how much poison gas could they have?
Exactly.
How much poison gas could I have? Yeah.
Sorry, what's where the stars are?
Statues.
These are statues. 4 statues of main warriors.
Missing spears, got them.
Missing spears, yeah. Overlooking this like pit, basically.
Down the stairs.
Okay, you go down.
The puzzle.
I have a bad.
No. Sky.
Wait.
There's a puzzle.
Maybe we don't know. Well, Richard is doing a ritual.
Which is detecting magic.
Okay, I go downstairs very carefully though. I'm
Okay.
especially on guard for slings.
Comes with though. Especially on guard with slings. Okay.
Okay, what's okay? I check this corridor out for traps. Very careful.
Perception.
Fucking
It's investigation.
disadvantage.
Is it investigation?
Shit.
It depends on the trap, right? My traps say the perception investigation. Persuasion? You don't persuade any traps.
It's the same check. And this
Okay,
time I didn't.
you
roll
don't
at the
see
same
any
time,
traps.
so just take that one. Well, I lied. My perception's not very high, but like, what is it? It's +5. Whoa, it's like 4 higher. 14 in. I see.
14? You don't see any traps.
Okay, nice. I suggest Azarka take a look. Ooh, I went outside. Yeah, I can go through the walls trying to move diagonally.
She doesn't see any traps, and she's
Nice.
like, it looks safe to me, Sky.
Let's go.
Okay.
Huh? Oh,
Fall down into a lava
what's
pit.
this? It's... Oh no, wait, this is. Oh, I see.
It puts you going
Okay.
underneath the level, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
So now, as you kind of step forward, Chris, now you're inside this pit. It's you can kind of. Oh, wait, did you step inside it? Right?
Yeah, I stepped to here. Yeah.
Oh, to there? Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I want to check. I want to check. Well, I want to check the space in front of me, like this corridor, and just what I can see of the pit for traps.
Yeah. When you see the pit, yeah.
So
there's like this archway, it's like kind of 6-foot high archway. There's another one on the opposite end.
I'll just go.
Okay. Okay. You weigh more than 50 pounds, like this.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. As you stand on that, there is a loud, kind of like clattering noise, almost like the raising of like a drawbridge or a portcullis or something similar to that.
Like a releasing of the creatures.
So it could be implied. Okay, and
that's
everyone
what-
please
I-
roll
I-
initiative.
You want to jump in? I want to climb out.
The walls of the pit are too smooth to climb without the aid of climbing gear or magic.
I got climbing gear. It's on my
I
feet.
guess technically you do.
Natural climbing.
Okay, yeah, so, but everyone roll initiative.
Oh
I
no.
mean, it could be too smooth for the cat claws if you want to. Like,
I think
it could
it
mean
sh-
like a lowered rope. You know.
Yeah.
Let me read exactly how it's done. How it's worded.
Like claws don't mean you can just claw anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Climbing like
yeah.
solid
Even
stuff.
Black Panther sometimes has trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, it depends what it means by climbing gear, right? Because if it means like,
But the way it's
pythons
like climbing your magic, I feel like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. It's like it's been made like completely fucking smooth.
Well, like if it's okay, well if it's like, I feel like if it's stone, I probably can. If it's like, but if itself is magically like preventing people from climbing it, then I couldn't. Because like stone, I can still get like a grip on with claws, right? I don't know.
It's so hard in your
like,
claws, no, right? Probably.
Yeah.
It's like smooth.
But I mean, but like
marble
Pwn
or
is like
something.
it's marble. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll just say no. Move
Right,
on.
wait, I need to delete everyone, or will it update? I always forget how this works.
It'll update.
Oh, update? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did a reasonable initiative anyway. The creatures are releasing.
Okay.
Let's hope the creatures carry spears, because otherwise I don't know what to do.
Well, when I click this, I bet you'll be happy.
How deep is the pit, by the way?
Play gladiator.
That sounds dangerous.
Is that one of those things that are need to no magical weapons? Oh, we'll
There
find out.
was the portcullis behind me didn't close, right?
There wasn't a portcullis behind you.
Nice. So it's just I can still go back that way, you know?
There wasn't, but now there is.
Now when I think about it.
Well, ones roll better than me. Well, that's not allowed. But they're rolling.
And you can also
Those
teleport
two.
if you forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's like that's like
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
extreme emergency.
Everyone acts
a
when
missing
they
defeat.
act. You guys all heard this kind of loud ratcheting of
The last mentioning of.
Exactly.
Do-do-do-do-do.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Like, it's kind of there's no image, which kind of makes me really sad. But this exquisitely made kind of like painted clay, like it's painted with like vibrant colors. Even it's not just like like brown, like vibrant clay, like bright shield. This like kind of walking golem like creature stand aside. In one hand it has a bronze spear, and in the other it has a wooden shield. And it just bam 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 attacks you 3 times.
3. That's a lot of times.
Bam, bam, bam. I mean, if you die, maybe one. Okay.
I don't want to die.
14?
Nope.
You don't die, probably.
Thank God. Well, I mean, two attacks like that could kill me. Well, not kill me, but you know.
14? Oh, you're fine. And another? Oh my God, this guy. He's the bad one. Oh. Okay. So, wow, it misses you with a +7 on 3 attacks. Classic. Okay. This one, how much? 5, 10.
Whoa,
15,
hang on
20,
a second,
25.
Mr. 17.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Mr. 17.
Okay, I'm sorry, Chris. Go
Important
first. This gladiator just like strode out of this corridor and is now attacking you viciously.
I was gonna disengage, but like after that performance,
Those damage rolls, though.
yeah, that's scary. But like one attack of opportunity is gonna be fine, right? Yeah, okay. I will shoot it twice from point blank range, where I cannot possibly miss. Huh? 18?
18. Let me check. I think it should hit. 18 hits.
Okay. Now let me know if I do any damage.
Sorry, my will trade using. I can't see the damage number. How much you got?
13.
It seems to affect it normally.
Nice. Let's take a second shot. Cannot possibly miss.
Hit.
Another 13 piercing. That's what I like to see.
It's
Damn.
vaguely wounded.
Vaguely 26. I will
That's some music.
sprint the fuck out of here.
It's vaguely wounded. I'm out of this bad boy.
Like I shot it twice, like 26, and you're like, it's that would have killed me right now, but it's vaguely wounded.
It's definitely not
bad boy. Tabaxi sprinting away, so attack of opportunity, I guess. Please don't be like an invisible force field or some shit.
Yeah, you can run. How far do you go?
Well, I'm just attack of opportunity, right? Like a good like Chris.
Oh yeah, sorry. It takes a shield bath as attack opportunity to attempt to knock you prone.
Ooh, genius plays.
But this guy can't hit, so
Nice.
It's fine.
That's what I like to see. Damn, I should have fucking slowed him with like entangling shit. Oh no, I didn't use both my shots. Oh whatever, never mind. 1, 2, so 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Azaka just like looking in, and she's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, Azaka. And then one, maybe no, I don't need to backseat dash. I don't need to backseat. Well, no, Azaka. Wait, when's Azaka active? Yeah, okay, I'll tabaxi dash, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
So
I'm yelling, guys, gladiators, clay things.
So the message as we walk in is fight with honor. He just fucking falls out of the arena.
Classics. Okay, clay gladiator. This one. 20, 25, 30, and then another. Oh, sky. One sec. It moves over to his arc for contact. It's doing the thing. Sorry.
Whoa, that's what I see.
Let's say.
Oh, right, no, I fucking... I'm like, where I am right now, I couldn't see Alcamenos' full portrait. I thought like something else was coming around the corner behind. I can like see a sliver of Alcamenos. I thought something scary was
Nah,
going
you good, man.
Yeah, I might be scared.
It's really scary.
Pretty mad right now, you know?
Gotta look forward to Dino being
there. Alright,
shattered.
Kamadan's dead. Zarka's turn. You told like Azaka to run, right? She did run. She doesn't care about getting attacked against. 20, 25, 30. But she should have, because the attack can hurt her. Okay.
What? Magic weapons? I'm taking one of those. Wait, oh, I get it. This guy's like just realizing how this works.
Oh, it crits.
For 17.
Shit.
Oh, she has to make an injury save.
Oh no!
He's gonna lose an eye.
Just like lose the leg and can't get away, and then just murder her in the
She'd
corner.
fine. Okay, nah, she'd find it so good. And then she has another 33rd, 5, 10, 15, 20. She's like way up. She's like, oh, there's something coming.
Wait a minute, magical weapons.
Yeah, and their statues are missing the spears, right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I had that for like a half an hour ago.
You know your turn.
From
So
my
you should have got to act first. I'm sure it wouldn't affect it.
We got it. We got it. It was hard, but we got it.
Start off with the easy ones. You heard this podcast, and then you kind of looking down. You saw basically like you were looking down. Sky like stood on something, a loud noise. Then Sky like randomly a weird looking gladiator came out, stabbed him. He just ran away, and then 3 more gladiators like chasing after him.
Like a Benny Hill's going on.
Yeah, it is like a Benny. And
So this is like, where are these things? Because I'm confused because this looks like down, up.
This is a tower to a lower. This is a tunnel. This is a corridor to a lower level.
Yes.
There's a tunnel that leads down the left side, and there's doors on either side of the pit down there. The gladiators are coming from the right door and running towards the left one, which will eventually, if they follow that tunnel down there that you can kind of see, lead to where Azaka and I just came.
Yeah. Okay, so they are down there.
Yeah, down in
the lower level still. Yeah.
Any of them hurt, or what's the situation?
Did you see one that's like down here that hasn't moved after attacking?
Vaguely wounded.
Him? He's hurt. He's hurt. Like, if I was gonna give a percentage,
You're gonna. If you were to give an absolute
more
value
than a
out
half.
of another
More
absolute
than a half.
Ooh, okay.
More than 2/3.
Oh.
Oh,
And I'm not saying any more.
Oh, thank you, boys.
oh wait, he still has more than 2/3?
Yeah.
I shot him in the face at 26. He should be
Don't
dead.
worry, their construct shatter is gonna do so much damage.
It could definitely. I'm just gonna toll the dead, the one that looks hurt.
Okay. Do your thing. What saving throw is it? Wisdom, right?
I'm gonna roll it anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Give me a second. I have a long list of stuff here. I keep forgetting where everything is.
That's a cantrip.
Fair. Wisdom.
Yeah, no, I have it under attack. I have everything that I could possibly roll.
It passes?
A motherfucker!
I apologize. Are you moving or staying where you are?
I'm gonna move, like...
Orvex, by the way, is on some initiative. He somehow always acts first in combat and runs away as fast as he can. He's really good at it.
I got there.
Okay, you go there. Richard, you were like doing your ritual and starting it. You'd only gone like, 20
Yeah,
seconds into
I
it when
did not
like you
get-
hear this thing and then like
Nice.
sound of
5,
arrows and stuff.
10, 50,
Mhm.
20.
Mhm.
I can see a clay golem.
Yes, you can look through that and see it below.
Yeah. I attack it with the good old Eldritch Blast.
It's
Okay.
really good, though. It's really good.
Oh, 8 force damage. You do damage to it.
Yep. And then I do it again. Crazy. Oh, there's a crit.
Oh, that crits it. Yeah, minus it. Yeah, it's hurt. It's hurt. Probably below 2/3 now. Crazy.
And then I'll move.
Okay, I'll commend us. You're being slowed out, but the poison clearly rattled your brain. But now you're up.
Which one?
Exactly.
Alright. So I see Sky running, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yelling about, and I'm yelling vaguely about clay men attacking me.
Some rubbish,
It's just like kind of general panic, kind of gibberish.
Okay, so I say the shrine says to fight with honor. And I rage, raw, and I jump down.
Cool. Honorable. I like it. Okay. Take. Is it 20 feet high? 2d6 full damage. But you'll halve it because you're.
Is the
Raging.
first d6 not? The first 10 feet isn't falling damage. Right?
Man, you're really thinking about Pathfinder here, man. For 10 feet, it can be removed if you roll an acrobatics check. Oh, I remember the good old days. You take 2 damage.
Okay.
And yeah, you are standing in front of you with this clay gladiator.
And it's
I
wielding a spear,
I
right?
think technically you fall prone, but you have enough movement.
What, sorry?
It's wielding a
Yeah.
spear, right?
Loading a spear, yes.
Cool. I will recklessly attack it.
Oh, I like it. Don't stand in its space, though.
Oh, by the way, the water forms around me, which I'm sure it's a clay.
The classic. Yeah, you soften its armor. -5 AC. You reckless, that hits. 25 though wouldn't have made it.
I don't see my own roll. But I can't click it if I can't see the roll. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you could.
I
Okay,
got
you do
plus
8
2
damage.
rage damage.
Okay, so minus
Yeah,
10. Okay. Now it looks like below half even.
I attack again.
Reckless again. You hit?
Good thing I reckless.
Mm-hmm.
For 14.
14
And then-
damage.
The CR
wolf.
strikes with me. For either 2 or 4 damage. Depending on the save.
How dexterous can a clay golem be?
+5 dexterously. Okay, you take 2 damage.
+5? What the fuck?
Save.
It's more like an Azir Sand Soldier, I guess, than like a...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Painted clay. The paint gives it speed. It's go faster stripes.
Yeah,
and
they're
you
like the orcs
stay
in
where you are,
Warhammer.
right?
Sorry?
Yeah, and you're just standing there. Yeah. Okay. It attacks you. Finally, a man to fight.
What I wanted is like as you landed, the arena floor like goes down again, and you hear more gates opening, and like some more start coming.
It attempts to bash you with its shield. It has advantage. So crits. And make a strength saving throw, Jacko. And also take 6 damage.
Okay, I'll do the strength save first. But I have advantage on this because I'm raging.
Nice. It's a classic.
Nice.
Yep, the advantage
Oh,
saves
it's a good thing you are.
you. I mean, it would have advantage you're prone, but everything has advantage anyway, but you're reckless, so it doesn't actually matter. But sure. You're not prone. You take the 6, right? Make a injury save, roll a d20.
I've got a coordination, yeah.
Yeah, it crit you. You know,
Come on, time to roll
reckless,
one.
you're a reckless boy. Hey, you're fine. Not even close. Then it attempts to spear you. You know. Hits for number 6 damage for you.
Okay.
And once more. And crits you again.
Oh, God.
For 7 damage and make another save. Never. Scary. Not against people who have 3 attacks. Hey, you're fine. Alright, Sky, your turn. You kind of like got up and you started to see everyone there and you just kind of see in front of you, like, you know, who's about level now. Just like jump into the pit.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm
Five,
their
10,
their advance.
15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll mark myself so I remember, I need to stay still for returns for the mental backsy thing to recharge. And I will shoot twice at this boy.
Which one? The one
The one the one he's fighting there. So 26 and
17 hits it well, actually. So you hit but twice. 12. Okay, it's kind of lowish.
Man,
Okay.
It's
It's slow now. It's slow now. It's slow now. It's slow now. Ish. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
So close.
This one moves forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to go up here. This one takes 5 feet step backwards to fight Jacko. Also, Jacko absorbed your took it attempts to shield. Nah, I mean, why would it if you're. Nah, that's dumb. If you're reckless. Nah, but they would do it. Shield back. That's advantage, though. You take 3 damage, make the save. Yeah, you're fine. And you take 3, and then 2 more attacks on you. Bam. So you take another 6. Bam, you take another 5. Cool.
Reckless doesn't matter on this one. So that's 14 total, yeah.
Yes.
Just want to say, like, every attack would have hit Xeno as well, even without advantage.
The classic. Without advantage, the 15 would not have. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 15.
Azaka. She'll try to attack the one in front of her. She bites it. Misses, though. Claw. Misses again. This one also goes up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55. There. Xeno, your turn. 2 of these creatures have formed in front of you. Formed? Call them a man.
Formed up.
Formed ranks.
Bastards.
There's just
I'm gonna hit them both with a maximum shatter that doesn't hit anyone else. Like,
Man,
in the
that's
middle,
what
like, it's quite a plan. It's gonna be a level 3 shatter as well.
What did the shatter do again on constructs?
Disadvantage on saves.
Oh, okay.
Constructs. Shatter.
And maybe they're
Shatter.
not constructs, maybe they're real men under the clay.
Well, that shit. Should not attack this. Which should be, how much is this? 48, 32.
So they have
With a
disadvantage.
DC 15 con save at disadvantage.
Right, the first one fails.
Yeah, get fucked.
Second one fails. So they both take how
Yeah.
much?
32.
32. Okay, they both have a chunk taken out of them. Some clay flies off.
Bam.
Bam, bam. Okay, Richard, your
It's
turn.
your
Okay, yeah. Richard.
Okay, first of all, going to heal certain crazy Alchemanos down there for
Oh yeah, but yeah. By the
And
way,
he had like a bird and you
Yes.
could heal them with he touched.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Tom.
I just remembered the thing I got. Oh no, just lightning. Never mind. Never mind.
Let's see here, and then I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. That was.
D12 to heal. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to Eldritch Blast, the really weak one in front of.
Really weak.
Someone else?
Going in for
Or-
kill steal. Hits. 7 is still alive. But another 7 might just be enough.
That's a 13, but I rolled a
Missed.
3. I'm gonna lucky.
Okay.
I'm gonna just roll Eldritch Blast again, but it's 13.
He really wants to kill steal. Yeah, the first damage. Yeah, that hits. That crushes it. The
I say
gladiator. Yeah. So as it dies.
Oh.
What? Yeah, as it dies, the gladiator almost just disappears, sort of like turns into dust before your eyes, and as it falls to the ground, but the spear itself kind of clatters to the ground, and is still intact.
Interesting.
So there's a spear lying there. I
Remember
ruled
to only snap half the gladiators, guys. Them was the rules.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to walk
yeah.
over here as well.
Cool. Alchemind's your turn. There's no.
Turn around. Maybe not recklessly attack.
It worked out so great last time.
Maybe, but if I miss, it feels so bad, man. But that's fine.
So you're not reckless. The gods have rewarded your courage.
Fighting with honor.
Roll that damage.
What?
Oh my! You
Really?
that one,
Five
Sacco.
plus- Oh my
You
god.
snake
Oh
die your
my
freaking
God.
You
damage.
do 8 damage.
The gods have not.
Minus
The
8.
gods mock you.
But it says a 10 right here on the die.
Hey, I go by one roll 20s at Jack. I'm sorry.
Oh
I
man,
guess.
that's like.
That's very disappointing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it has to happen someday. It has to roll an injury.
But it has exactly.
Injury save. Okay, I don't know if they can really get injured.
You can break an arm. Oh, that's a 1.
What's an
That's an
8? It's nothing important, right? It's not
Yeah,
not
probably
less
is.
than a 5. It's fine. Alright, Jacko, next stack. If it's less than a 5, I'll check. That misses.
And my
You-
But war.
the form
Nice,
of
your-
a trident strikes him.
And that's a dex save. Boom, boom, boom. It passes, so it takes 1 cool damage. Cool. Sky, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2 shots at this one.
Mhm.
I will not move. And yes. Yeah?
Oh, that misses.
Oh, shame. Yeah?
That misses.
Damn. Okay. Since it looks like we're probably gonna go a bit over, I'm gonna go have a real quick shower now. So can you just take 2 shots on my turns for maybe a
2
couple?
shots? Yeah, I can do that.
And if I don't know, just act sensibly if one of them's next to you or something.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Play Gladiator this one. It attacks you, Tom. You did the big boy damage last time. It tries to shield bash you.
Tom's on the phone right now, but I'm sure he.
Tom, it hits you. It's a 25. I'll deal with the damage, Tom. Would he lightning bolt it back?
Oh yeah.
He's laughing. No time for laughing, Tom. you. Dead.
You're under attack!
You ought to make it
You're under the
back,
assumption that he's looking at you like he's playing another game.
You're right. Alright, I'll just have it attack with Zarka. That's easier. you can get out of this one. It's a genius. Alright, Zarka gets hit for 10 bludgeoning. Yeah, bullshit bludgeoning. Tom's so lucky. Piece of shit. This never happens again. Alright, she failed and she is knocked prone. Oh, maybe if Zarka dies, I'll teach you guys to not go on the phone.
Doesn't she have like a shit ton of
She has advantage. 14 damage. Right,
Nice,
Tom.
that's
You didn't get
attacking
attacked,
Zarka.
you're lucky, because I said it attacked you, but then you were on the phone, I can be bothered waiting.
Yes.
You do that again.
I need to get more calls.
Yeah, no. But Zarka's, she's pretty low. Ish. She's below 50%, that's all I'm saying. Alright. This
She has a
one,
lot of
Jacko.
health.
Yeah, that's true. This one, Jacko attacks you. You're still hit.
Uh-huh.
You weren't reckless, so it will shield bash you.
I wasn't.
Oh, but not being reckless probably doesn't pay off. 15 would have missed anyway.
15
minutes,
So.
Oh, so great choice. Did you? Misses again. Wow.
The
Don't
reckless
favor
is
my
paying
choice.
off so
You know,
much.
come on now. You can't have all that. So only 6 basic damage. It's Zarka's turn. She just attacks the one in front of her. Bite. She'll
Sounds like first time
it.
I've seen
And claws. No crit.
Aw.
So 7 damage against the one in front of which now attacks Tom, for the other one attacked Zaka, so it seems fair.
Fuck.
So it's a shield bash you, Tom. 19.
Fuck off!
DC
Fake.
15 strength.
And I will lightning it.
Yeah, okay.
Lightning it. Bam!
Okay, and it has a dex save, which is pretty good, huh?
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately.
So it takes 4 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can push it 10 feet away from you.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay, it goes like bleh.
Is this a new
Yes.
Tempest Square?
Yeah.
Yes.
And he hits with lightning, so he's gonna push 10 back.
I need to do a save, right?
Yeah, 15 first saving throw. Yeah, it's really cool. So like you see the lightning kind of radiate from the gladiator, it's like thrown against the wall.
Bam. Strength save. Roll.
Nice, you're not on our phone.
Man, I just gotta say, like, this is a nightmare on Edge because the sheet looks completely fucked.
Well,
Everything is just out of position. It's just
yeah. It steps forward and tries to shield bash you again. 22.
God damn it, Ian.
Hey, dice. Dice do what the dice want. Do that.
Maybe I should stop.
Yeah, look, you're fine. And then it tries.
Rolling well when it counts.
Just 3 you now.
Ah, I thought it was bad.
Damn it. Alright, Spazino, it's your turn now. You got payback. You're not even low.
Nah. Oh yeah, just repeat the same as before. The nice level 3 maximized shatter.
The classic. Okay,
Always a classic, always classic.
that is
32 con save with disadvantage.
one save is how much? 17 if
15. Only
damage?
16. 32, so only 16 for you.
Yeah, okay. Which is your turn? Unless you're moving, which I guess you're moving.
No.
Here, can I cure
Cure wound? 18 on
Xeno.
Xeno, I'm guessing? Not on what's the name? So, okay. Is that your turn?
I cast another spell, so
That's-
I can't do anything else. I'm going to here.
Okay, just back off a little bit. Okay, Alcamenos, you down there. Mono e mono. Tit for tat. Sure,
I'll
that
show him my tit if he shows me his.
Right. Reckless or not?
Non-reckless.
Oh, it's not even needed. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's a big boy. 18 damage. Yeah, you take a chunk out of it.
Keep that going, babe.
Sadly, you just too much power put in the first one. Threw off your. You moving or staying where you are? One.
Doesn't even need to roll.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I will. I don't hear anything from this entry.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that guess I'll stay.
Okay. Sky's turn. He will shoot twice at. I would say the lowest one, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Or would he shoot twice at the one you're fighting?
That's not the lowest one?
No. Tom's fucking blasting little boys up top. Okay, he'll swing. He'll attack the one
Yeah,
at
man.
the lowest
Blasting,
one of his out.
blasting 2 at once, Chaco. What are you doing?
He's just gonna longbow
Silly
twice,
man.
right? He doesn't have anything.
Yeah, and he
So
might have
longbow
arcane
once.
shot, but it doesn't
But I
make
don't
any
know.
sense.
Yeah, disadvantage permanently. Hits anyway.
Amount of maximizing though, Chaco.
Misses with the second. So
Just-
first longbow. Hits for 12 damage on this guy. Okay. Clay Gladiator. This one is one that's attacking Azaka, so it will continue to attack Azaka. They have a single target. in mind.
This is a very strange combat though upstairs here. Like,
Cross.
cross attack.
Hey, you started. You're gonna try shield bash you again. Okay, there we go. She takes 8 and could be knocked prone. Man, I love when you have 2 NPCs fighting each other. I'm just like, ooh, I'm on both sides of it, so I can't lose.
Play chess against yourself.
Fails now, so then just tries to spear her. 18 hits with no crit, so 12. Okay, yeah, she gets some
Yeah,
damage.
but she failed the
Oh, she did. So it
Don't
does
say
fit.
anything. God damn it, Jacko! What the fuck are you doing? We're trying to get suck a kill.
Hey, Bocek, we're fair players,
I
okay?
removed 12 anyway, so instinctively I must have known. Alright, and she's not prone. Alright.
I put my glasses down somewhere. I can't find them, so I'll have to deal with that in a second.
That's fine. I had you. You're in advantage. This one attacks you, Jacko. It tries to shield bash you. 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you take 4 damage, roll a strength saving throw.
Oh wait, I have advantage on this.
You're fine anyway.
Okay.
Shield bash at you again. It's 11 misses. Oh man, you know it's really working out. This non-reckless.
Yeah. I should really go by the rules. They have more attacks than me, then I should.
Yeah. Alright, you take 5 though from that.
Okay, so but the first one hit as well, so I was 4, so 9 total.
Yep. Azaka attacking the one in front of her, which is the lowest. Bite and then claw. Boom, boom. Bite hits for 8, so she does 8. 8. This one attacks the funny crisscross. Attacks you, Tom. You were standing up, right? You were never knocked.
Okay, why is that one doing
It's
before
Christian.
Tom though?
That classic. You take 15. Roll on the injury table. Oh no, roll an
Yes,
injury save.
it gets
gets
lightning.
lightning? Okay.
Yeah, lightning.
Not maximize racing. Yeah.
No, can't anymore. Use my
Dexterity save. Fails. So it takes 8 damage. Okay, it's pretty
gets
damn.
pushed back. Make him
Okay,
miss
yeah.
5 movement, bitch.
Nice.
I need to do the 20.
I guess on the reactions
You're
was
fine.
less useful.
Now do the strength saving throw.
Oh god.
You use your good roll to not get permanently injured. It's a good thing. Oh, perfect. You make it. Takes a step
Yeah.
forward. Tries to shield bash you again.
Oh god, they're so unimaginative, aren't they?
16.
Oh, get fucked.
They are clay gladiator made out to do stuff, and then attempts to spear you.
Miss, bitch.
20 for 8 damage.
Motherfucker.
You're still up.
Yeah, I'm still up apparently, but I'm still up.
And your turn, Xena.
How hurt are these two in front of me?
The one in front of Zarka's maybe like a quarter. The other one's like a half.
You know what? I don't know. This is working. Let's just do a normal, non-maximized shatter.
Don't
You
even
love
bother
this
standing
shadow.
up. Just do it from the ground.
Oh yeah, you're up for it. No, he didn't save. He saved. You're not for it.
Let's save.
All right, so they have con saves.
Yes, for 19. So...
They both pass both ways.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, they both
So they
passed.
both take
9
8
damage.
9 damage? Oh, sorry,
9
yeah,
damage.
that's
It's
two, 9
19.
damage. Yeah, they're low, but they're both still up.
Okay.
Richard, your turn. The one in front of Zarka is pretty low, but so is Zeno.
Yeah. So Sino.
Just fucking
So-
bam, bam,
Fucking
bam.
You get healed for 14, Zeno?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's
Maybe I
fine.
might
This
survive.
is another
I
maybe
might,
one round.
I might survive. I might survive another round shatter.
Anything else, Richard?
No, can't do it.
Okay, I'll commend us. You're down there, mano a mano.
Right in front of me is not
No
very
one's
low,
healing
right?
you anymore. What's that?
Right in front of me is not very low, right?
Not very hurt.
How high is this?
20 feet.
I can jump that.
I have 19 strength. Easy.
You can look up jumping rules if you insist, but I'm pretty sure you can't.
I don't have time for jumping rules. I gotta
Okay, you can't, Jacko. Make your choice. What time do you need to leave like this?
like quarter past. I need to be out. the door.
Okay. Jacko, quickly!
Okay, yeah, so I just yell out, I cannot bear these strikes much longer, but I'll recklessly attack.
Nice, I like it. You hit recklessly as well, huh? What a man.
Good thing you
I'm
wrecked.
very glad I did that, boys.
13, okay.
And
12.
Yeah, and 12. Yeah,
Plus-
you do big damage you're doing to it. Dex save. Pass it to 1. Yeah, it's like about half. Sky, your turn. Which one are you attacking? There's 2 which are about half and 1 that's like real low.
Which one's real low?
The one in front of Azaka.
How low is Azaka looking?
She's like maybe a quarter. Third, maybe.
Okay. I will shoot the really low one then.
Okay, roll hit.
Get him, Chris. Get him.
Misses.
Get him.
Hits, 4 damage.
12.
It's alive.
No, sorry. There's no way it takes poison damage. Nah, just
Hold. Okay. This one attacks. Okay, this one attacks Zaka.
Damn.
Shield bash. Miss. Shield bash. Hit for 8, and then spear with advantage.
Oh, she has
So
some
15.
You fucking
Oh, yeah,
roll
yeah,
for
doesn't matter.
strength first.
Okay.
doesn't matter.
I'm just trying to go through quickly strength. Whatever. See if she's prone for next round. She is not. This one down below, which is attacking you, Jacko, now has advantage. The train.
7
He'll
HP.
bash you.
How
But
much?
it means it crits. So you get knocked down prone, make 2 injury saves.
Ow.
Can we be the one-eyed gang, you know?
I'm fine with that
Okay,
one,
first one's
and-
fine. Second fine. No problem. Okay, so you are going to do that. Azaka's turn. Oh no, it has 2 more attacks? No, it starts to like make its way up. 15, 30. Azaka attacks one in front. Bite. Miss. Claw.
No.
Miss.
16 misses, jeez.
Means it attacks you, Tom. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Shield bash. 20.
Fuck off.
But if you reaction it might definitely die.
Yeah, I'm definitely reactioning it.
Let's see if you roll high enough.
Mine's
Let's
definitely.
see. Bam.
Yeah, it can't survive any passes. Yeah. This one crumbles just to dust in the air and vanishes like the one that died below
I
it.
smashed them against the wall. It
Oh,
goes
yeah.
to dust against the wall.
As it goes to dust, however, this one does not leave a spear behind.
Oh fuck, we're gonna get one.
What?
As it crumbles to dust. Okay. That's his turn. Zeno, your turn.
Oh, how hard is this one in front of me?
About half.
Just half? God
Hmm.
damn it. Okay, fuck it, let's try. I will do a inflict wounds.
Okay.
Come on.
Misses.
Wait, no, this is the first. No,
Misses,
fuck.
Tom. Misses.
Fuck. Okay,
Okay. You move or stay?
I stay where I am.
Richard, your turn. Alcmenos is down on the ground in the
Who's the one with the healing potion?
sky, right?
No, it's on Alcmenos,
Oh, Alcmenos.
right? It was what we
Why
decided
is
it
it-
was going to be on his belt.
What is it? Did I say 15? God damn it.
Yeah, Alcmenos then. Yeah. Tell him.
Hmm.
You can see it glinting down there.
Yeah, I will jump down, obviously take, what is it, 2d6?
Ooh, it could kill you.
Yeah, sure.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
6 damage.
Okay. I'll that before I start moving. Go. I'll go over here. I'll feed him the healing potion.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2. Is it the standard one, right?
No, I think it
it's
is
the big healing
oh, it's
potion.
a big one?
big
Okay.
40, whatever.
44 plus 4.
Mm.
Okay. Jacko, will 44 plus 4.
Oh, okay.
Your potion, technically, your on your
Yeah.
body. Okay, you get healed for 14. And it is now your turn, and you haven't activated your initiative, so that's how it still works. You're on the ground. The gladiator is gone.
Alright. I know that you as thanks. I grabbed the spear
Mhm.
and I was sort of running up.
Okay, so you have 15 foot,
So-
and then like
20
payments.
because
Did we,
Oh, yeah.
did we kill one next to Alcmenos?
Yep.
No,
And that
it
was
ran
that.
away.
No, that
Yeah,
one.
one
That
of
one
them.
ran
We
away.
killed. Yeah.
We killed one there, and
So
then
one there and one here. Okay.
and one there,
Yeah.
and then one up here.
20.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's here.
Yep. That's it.
Well, I guess I would notice like here, so I'd peek around.
Okay. Yeah, that's not within a square, but sure.
I will take the dodge action.
Okay. Sky.
I hope it has.
Yeah, I just take 2 shots.
Should we? I mean, like we're obviously like kind of hasting through this battle. Should we not just finish it Not next week.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Like, there's no way we're gonna do this in 1 minute,
right now. Yeah, I was hoping we could finish it in time, but you're right. I don't think it's possible.
And
Okay.
Unless it
maybe
dies,
we're
let's
doing
go
something
on for
wrong
20.
because of the haste. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I gotta go though.
Okay. All right, Chris. Thank you. Sorry for bringing you on. We'll just keep where we are now. Everyone make sure their character sheet has like their abilities, please. Like how many spell slots you've used, how many abilities you've used. Just
I keep
that.
that.
But just make sure and like rages and everything, so we know for sure next turn what's happening, and we'll just go from this. Chris should do it now. Cool.
Yeah, I don't have any spell slots or anything left.
Alrighty.
Resources? No. Okay.
Oh, resources.